Kev.
Maybe. Won't be long now.
Oh, yeah? Reckon not.
Morning, Hilda.
Oh, it's terrible, this, Chuck. Just popped my head out the front door and I nearly bumped into Ken Barlow. Where did I put that headscarf? Oh, no, that's no good. It'll still show at the front. By the heck. I always thought that Audrey Roberts was half cracked, but this lot finally proves it. She went shooting, you know. I mean, I go in for a ginger rinse and I come out looking like... Well, I don't know what I look like.
Jasper Garrett seems about the nearest. Well, at least Mrs. Loud has excused you from duties, so you've got all day before you've got to go anywhere.
Well, that's all very well, but what's she going to think? I mean, it's not so much missing the cleaning as having to miss her ruby wedding do. She'll take that as a snub. And she can get very frosty, you know. Oh, there'll be no more cuppers and little chats and petit four biscuits. Oh, no, she'll have the knife polish out.
I'll get it on the way out.
Oh, hey, don't go letting folk in, Chuck.
Well, Mr. Sugden, better go through. I think she's in need of a bit of moral support.
She hasn't done now, has she?
Well, not so you'd notice.
Good.
Ah.
No improvement, I see.
Improvement? It's gone worse. Do you know, if I was to see myself in the street, I'd say she wants locking up. And it's preying on my mind. Do you know what I dreamt last night? Dreamt I was in Blackpool in a freak show.
Oh, that's a shocking sight. There's no doubt you've got a case here, you know. Take this to a tribunal, that Audrey won't have a leg to stand on.
I'm not going to no tribunals in this state.
Now, don't fret. Personal distress and social embarrassment will play a big part when it comes to a settlement, but on no account, Mrs. Ogden, must you destroy the evidence.
Good gracious, what's brought this on? First time you've shown 11-4-10?
Ah, what's to do? Did I not put top on toothpaste again?
Look, love it, I do have neighbours.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't find a church service, you see. They don't seem to broadcast that many. Now listen, Cock, I'm due at brewery in under an hour. So if you're rustling some breakfast up, egg and bacon will do me nicely.
Do you know, I hope I can find digs like these if ever I get burnt out.
You have played a real blinder.
I'm beginning to think I have. And don't use those cups as ashtrays. They are China, you know, they're not somewhat off the market.
Any messages for the powers that be?
Who?
George Newton and Co., our bosses, the people what pay us.
They pay you. They don't pay me, not for 2 months.
Well, I've been tipping up my lodging brass.
Look, Newton and Ridley don't know that, do they? I could have been starving. I mean, thank God for my Cyril's little pension.
Look, they're going to want my ideas on the decor and so forth. I just wondered if you got any.
You know my ideas.
All right. No newfangled, no jukeboxes, no fruit machines.
Listen, love it, they'll have it all worked out. They'll not be listening to us. I mean, they've got their designers, you know.
OK, then. That's how you see it.
Well, as a matter of fact, well, there is something that you could tell them.
Well, go on then, shoot.
Well, you could mention that I'm thinking of retiring.
Come again.
Well, I said you could mention that I'm thinking of packing it in. Well, I can't go on forever, lovey. You know, and having this little break, well, I feel a lot better.
Oh, champion.
Look, lovey, there's no reflection on you, but, you know, with the Rovers being got together again, I think it entails an awful lot of hard work.
Granted. That's why I shall need you, Shanta Peddler's my right hand.
Oh, get off.
Honest. I mean, without you, what have I got? I'm going to look a right Mary Ann, aren't I? I mean, the question of staff's bound to crop up. Who can I guarantee? Gloria's opted it. Jack's doing very nicely, thank you, at the graffiti. And now you're waffling on about retirement. George Newton will go flipping spare.
Thanks very much.
What are you doing tonight, then, eh?
I'm going to rest my feet tonight.
Yeah?
I mean, crikey, the errands Terry has me running. All I'm supposed to do in that yard is answer the phone. Anyway, you, I'm quitting.
Well, so am I. That's what I give our little Seady's head, you.
You're evil, you.
I'm tickled with it. See you now. See you.
Hey, Skyver, you're not at Buckland's now, you know. Study and natural Malgale does your work.
All right, Phyllis, I shan't collapse. Not today.
I thought you should have been at home, taking it easy.
Well, I can't stick it at home, so you'll just have to put up with me.
Hello, love.
Hi. Listen, I know you're probably up to your eyes, you know, with Gabriel enough, but I don't think your mama will tell you the good news. Hey, love. What's going on?
Flipping it, Gail.
Oh, sorry, Brian. What was I doing at home? Just staring at the wall.
But you said you were going to rest.
Yes, well, when I'd made a cup of tea and made the beds without feeling faint or anything.
What would you do with it, Phyllis, eh? 2 months gone, looking like death. Do you think you should be at work?
Oh, my word. Oh, love it. So that's what it is, a kiddie. Well, I'm right glad for you.
Thanks. Are we broadcasting it then?
And she said that.
Not a word, love.
Well, listen, keep an eye on her, will you? She seems to get in these states. It must be natural, I suppose.
Aye. Takes folk funny ways. Don't worry, love. I'll keep an eye on her. I'll not let her overdo it.
Thanks. And don't you go catching any buses home. I'll be on the dot to pick you up, right?
Crikey, it's such a fuss.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, busy, I see.
Oh, come on. I haven't got an appointment till 11. Anyway, what are you doing creeping round on the snitch?
Well, I got my accounts to do. I thought I'd install myself on kitchen table.
Put the kettle on, would you? Grandpa to be.
Hey.
I thought I might shut up this afternoon and go round and see our gear.
Good morning.
Oh, no. Now, are you my first appointment? Full perm, blow waves, backcombing, right?
No, I'm not, and I'll make no bones about it. I'm here on behalf of Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, did it go well, the Ruby wedding?
I know nought about that, seeing as unforeseen circumstances prevented attendance.
Pardon?
Circumstances closely connected with what I believe is commonly called a hairdo.
Huh?
Which in this case turned out to be a travesty, a sort of a scruffy bird's nest and technical in it bargain.
Is this a send-up?
Does it sound like a send-up? Am I in the habit of acting the clown?
You're doing impressions, aren't you? This is Arthur Scargill you're taking off, isn't it?
I can assure you this is no take-off. Mrs. Ogden's been deeply humiliated and, in my opinion, has a genuine case for damages.
Now, hang about. If Mrs. Ogden wants to make a complaint, fair enough, but I don't see that it's your business.
It's my business because I was a picked escort and I've spent good brass on having my suit cleaned and pressed.
Well, if Mrs. Ogden wants her money back...
It's not to do with money. It's a matter of insult and injury.
Oh, shove off and go and play with your shop steward set.
Is that your last word on
As
the
far
matter?
as you're concerned, yes.
Right, well, I feel obliged to inform you that this matter is by no means dropped.
Riley, why didn't I go in for corset making or something?
Hey, what did he want? Come to check up on your licence, had he?
Licence? I haven't got one.
I know that. I thought he might have found out a new bylaw, though. He'll actually get one over on council, or fact time on it. It's all the better.
No, nothing like that. You were just passing the time of day, you know what it's like.
Oh, I know what he's like. If there weren't a bylaw, he'd invent one.
Yeah, that's right, Cock. All applications to Miss Elizabeth Lynch, care of 27 Hillside Crescent, Town Lane. And the phone number is Weatherfield 4926. And I'll pop in this after and confirm that. Right, Cock? Ta-ra.
What were all that about?
Interviews.
Interviews? What for, George Newton give you the sack or something?
Do me a favour, kid. I'm looking for staff answer.
Interviewing for staff in my home? Well, I didn't reckon for that.
Well, where else do you suggest? I mean, the Rovers is out. You can't move for ladders and trestles. And they don't care what they do with the blow lamps. Any road. It's your fault I'm having to interview at all.
How'd you get to that?
Did you or did you not mention retirement this morning?
Well, I didn't say for certain. I was just sort of, testing the water.
Oh, fine. Marvellous. Now you tell me.
Oh, I see. Hit the roof, did he, George Newton?
Well, he's not the panicky sort. But he did suggest, in the nicest possible way, that I got my finger out and advertised for some young, bright, bushy-tailed barmaids.
Going in for bunnies, is he?
No, not exactly. But he does feel that the decorative aspect should not be neglected. So I've rung the Gazette, I've been to the job centre, and I've put a postcard in cabin.
For part-timers?
Part-time barmaids, full-time barmaids, and a cellarman. Well, in the circs, I thought it best if I went the whole hog.
But where does that leave me and Jack?
Well, exactly where you've always been. First in the queue. Should there be a queue? I mean, the jobs are there if you want them, but if you don't, they're up for grabs. Now then, Betsy, you sit exactly where you are, because I'm going to make you your lunch.
Well, I'm sorry, but this is exactly the same as it was yesterday. What are you insinuating? That I've been mucking about with it or something? As Rommel there is my witness. This is all your handiwork.
Excuse me, Mrs. Ogden, but these dyes are very complicated. Now, if you've used somewhat that's reacted...
Oh, I see. It's all my fault, is it? Well, I beg your pardon. So larding all that tripe on and leaving me sat there for goodness knows how long, that was all by the way, was it?
You see, if your scalp is in a poor condition, if your roots are all sorts of brittle...
Oh, no, I'm not having that. My hair's always been in first-class condition. Washed every Friday and rolled every blessed night.
You see, Mrs. Ogden, if you and Percy the Pest are out to make a federal case from this, I'm afraid you got no chance.
Oh, haven't we? Well, we'll see. Strikes me you think you can run right with these dyes of yours. I reckon it's a job lot you got cheap. Stuff they use on carpets, I shouldn't wonder.
Well, I was going to offer you a free appointment, but if you're going to take that tone...
Oh, yes. Well, I reckon a free appointment's the least I'm entitled to.
Oh, well, that's all right, then. Right, now, I'm at your disposal. Any time to suit you. How does tonight suit? Tonight, 7:30? I've just got to go out on council business so I can have a really good bash at getting it shaded down a bit.
Shaded down? That's no good. I want it putting back to normal.
Oh, well, I'm afraid that's going to take quite a while, Hilda. I mean, one appointment's not going to do that. It's got to be sort of coaxed.
Well, I'll be straight with you. I know me rights. If it takes 1,000 appointments, not another penny am I paying.
I'd just like to make it clear, Mrs. Tilsley, I'm not taking sides. All I'm concerned about is fair play.
Nobody's contradicting you, Mr. Sugden.
Oh, I'll contradict him if he keeps on.
That sounds like a mop and bucket job, that does, eh?
You see, the crux of the matter is the time element.
So you keep saying. Frankly, I couldn't care less if it were the kettle element.
Mrs. Ogden will state that she was left unattended for something like an hour or more.
Look, I'm sick of this. If you expect me to shop me own mammy must be puddled. Now it's my lunch break, so if you don't mind.
All I'm concerned about is fair play. Now, if toes have to be trodden on, then so be it.
My godfathers. He wants his toes seen to him. Hey, go borrow a steamroller.
What's all fuss about, any roll?
Search me, Ivy.
And me. Something to do with elements. Oh, come back, Sam, all this forgetting.
Martin, can I have egg and chips? Beer, love, will you bring them over for me?
Eh?
Aye. Oh, you're dreaming, I said aye.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ivy, I'm not with it today. Top it all, Percy's doing his Perry Mason routine.
Oh, what's Beezy got in his bonnet this time?
Claims me mum's done a cock-up jaw on Hilda's hair. She asked for copper bronze and it came out desert sun.
You're joking. Blimey, I booked a rinse with her.
Yeah, well, if you cancel it, don't say I said out. Well, partly my fault. Had a funny doing here yesterday.
What sort of a funny do,
It
love?
weren't much. Brian came to take me home. Mam got here, shot round to see me. Left Hilda a bit too long.
Well, I've got our house. It's all happening, isn't it? There's me, a toddling along in total ignorance.
Yes, well, we were coming round to see you tonight. The big news is I'm pregnant.
Hey, come off it.
I wish I could.
How long have you known?
Well, I've suspected, but I only got to know for sure a couple of days back. I told Brian yesterday. Hardly anybody knows.
But why the big secret, girl? I think it's smashing news. It's made my day. I'd give you a toffee if I'd got one. And I'll tell you something else. If it's a little girl, I'll be fighting
Yes,
for them
well,
cram handles.
girl, boy, I've got 2 chances, haven't I? I'll get your order.
Oh, come on, Bernie, play the white man. I mean, there's no way I'm talking 3 figures. Believe me, anything over the 50 mark's out the question. So he's got lights, he's got tapes, still miles over the odds. Yeah, anyway, look, I'll be in touch. Yeah, ciao. Disc jockeys, at one time you could pick them up for peanuts. Now they've all got ruddy accountants.
I blame Jimmy on this one.
Hey, look, hold the fort for me with you, Jack. I'm just popping out.
Just a thought, Alec. If you're stuck for a DJ, I am not unversed in the arts.
Is that right?
Well, you could try me. I've got all the pattern.
It's the gear, though, isn't it?
We could rustle some hope. I take it that you are planning something special to fight off the Rovers?
I might be.
The thing is, you see, I've had an approach.
Oh, look at you.
That kind of approach. I mean, Lynch about the Rovers. They've all my job on for me, you see. And with me only being casually.
It's up to you, China. I mean, you are in my plans. In fact, a spot of disc jockeying could well be on the cards. But if you prefer the security of the Rovers cellar.
But hang on, it's not just cellar work. I mean, it's your head barman, really. And then there's the brass. I mean, she's giving me top brass. I might not mind Lynch. She knows an artiste.
Listen, no disrespect, Jack, but I get the feeling I'm being hustled.
I am just being straight, Alec. I have had an offer and I thought it's only right for me to tell you.
Look, Jack, there is such a thing as loyalty, you know. I know it's out of fashion these days, but...
Loyalty? I've only worked here 5 flaming minutes.
All right, fair enough. Stick loyalty in the bin, but then there's gratitude.
That's why I'm dithering, aren't I? I mean, you give me a bend here when you could have started some young bird, so I do feel a bit of an allegiance.
Right, I mean, that's to bring tears to your eyes, that.
Now, let's face it, Alec, it is a cruel world. Money talks. Every man has his price. Now, a tenner on top of my normal wages with a little bit more for extra talent could see me stopping.
Oh, I see. It's arm twisting time, is it, like? Well, now, let me think. If I were to say to you I'd think about it, would that postpone the evil day?
Sure.
Yeah.
Have a seat, Mr. Sugden. Mrs. O won't be a tick. Just handing a washing out.
Well, I'll not be stopping. I just thought I'd pop round and report on progress so far.
You know she had Audrey round?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, fixed up another appointment.
You're not telling me to come to terms, are you? Is this right, what I'm hearing? Am I to understand you've settled the issue?
Well, why not? It's my hair. It's not you walking round like a tin of paint's fell on you.
It was me who was studying like Pippi last night, all dressed up and nowhere to go.
Yes, well, I'm sorry, but the sooner this lot's put right, the happier I'll be.
Oh, excuse me.
You surprised me, Mrs. Ogden. I didn't think you were a timid soul and give up before battle's half over.
Well, steps will have to be taken. In any case, we can't keep this under us hat. No, well, I mean, I can't put my head out in the ginnel without some nosy Parker making remarks. Just had Ivy Tilsley. I was out there looking for Rommels and she stood at her back gate. Oh, bless me boots, she says, what a sight. Whatever's she done to you?
I'll make a note of that. It's all ammunition.
No disrespect, but I get the feeling you're enjoying this.
Not at all. I just don't like seeing folk get away with murder.
Well, she is doing it gratis, and I didn't mince my words, you know.
Well, if you take my advice, you'll not risk her maltreatment a second time. She doesn't know her business. You could end up in a clinic going airless. Is she insured? Are you insured? You want to be very careful.
Dyes, tints, colour rinses. Now, let's see. Colour rinses.
That was a Mrs. Gregory on the telephone. Oh, yeah. Seemingly she booked an appointment. Shampoo and set, 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, it's her at the laundrette, the dither. She can never make up her mind. I bet she wants a perm now, does she?
No, she's not coming. She's cancelled.
Excuse me. I can't stop. I'm catching a bus, sir. Have you heard good news?
They've relieved Mafeking.
Don't be daft. It's Gail. She's expecting. You're going to be a granddad.
Ah, well, if you say so, love. I wouldn't claim it myself, though.
Well, come on, then. Where's cheers?
Well, actually, Gail did say something that she suspected.
Oh, well, even so.
Yeah, I know, but I know how she feels, Ivy. I mean, well, she's got her life all organised, and I don't think another kiddie were part of her plans.
Anyway, I'm chuffed. Bet our Brian is and all. When you get down to it, you know, I reckon these things are best left to Providence. Yeah. Oh, by the way, did I have an appointment on Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to spring it, but, you know, way things are, I can't make it. I've got shopping and everything, you know. Anyway, I'll see you. See you.
Come on, let's get some tea.
Evening. Can I take it you're still open for business?
Well, orders due in Cookhouse, like, but if you want your tash trimming, I can do that.
Your offer's noted, but I'm here with an important message for your good lady. Now, I know time's money where your type's concerned, so I'll be brief.
You lost your way, you did. You should be running the Kremlin.
If you'll just let me speak.
Well, spit it out, then. I've got health and recreation at 7 o'clock.
Well, far be it from me to interfere with your domestic arrangements.
It's a council committee, for heaven's sake. Got nothing to do with domestic arrangements.
Point taken and no offence meant. Consider me now but a mouthpiece.
Well, that's not hard.
It's my simple duty here to communicate to you Mrs. Ogden's considered refusal of your proposal.
Am I going batty?
She notes that your offer of compensatory treatment constitutes an admission of culpability, and you'll hear from her in the near future. I wish you good evening.
Excuse me, can I have a word with you?
Bottle draft, ice and lemon.
No, I'm serious.
Well, that sounds a bit grim. Am I being approached as the father?
You're being approached as whatever you were at the Rovers.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock round the gasworks. I'll bring my own ground sheet.
Look, when you've done wisecracking, perhaps you might like to take a peep at this. I copied it down from one of them cards I got in the cabin.
Needed for the grand reopening of Rover's return, full-time staff, part-time staff, cellarman.
Well, I was thinking of applying, and I just wondered if you know anything about the pay as such.
Yeah, well, not a fortune, you know, not for a beginner.
Oh, well, how much did Gloria get? I mean, did she get a rate?
Yeah, well, it depends on the experience. I mean, there is a bottom line, like, you know, but for somebody like myself, It's what they call negotiable.
Are you going to apply for the cellar job then?
Well, it's not a matter of applying, is it? I mean, I'm up property. Talking to people, you know, weighing the options. I mean, Lynch. Putting Cellarman on there, it would a ploy, wouldn't it? A bluff.
You collecting for something, love?
Collecting? Oh, no, I just wanted a word with Mr. Dudley.
Oh, well, don't rush off. Did I hear right? Was it a job you were on about?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if it's bar work you wanted, look no further. I'm on the lookout for staff of the right sort, eh, Jake? Got big plans for this place, you see. Reopening the disco, new sound system, complete change of decor, special late nights for you young folk, cabaret, gaming tables. In fact, possibly even a change of name. Something like the Starlight Room, or maybe just simply celebrities.
Well, actually, it was the Rovers.
The Rovers? Where's your ambition? What chance will the Rovers give you to shine? And shine you could, Petal, because you are a little jewel.
Oh, well, I do get pinched a lot.
Hey, I like it, eh? Wit and all. JD, as my right-hand man, just gen this little belter up, will you? Tell her the score. I'm a bit busy now, love, you know, people to see, you understand, but you have a word with Jack. He knows when he's well off, and if you're attracted, well, give us a tinkle. Ciao.
Is he on the level, him?
That is the $10,000 question, love.
I'll see you, Jack.
All right, tell her, love it.
Bye.
He's got me sweating.
Oi, how come you've shut so early?
Because they choose to be, right?
Well, you should have a card upstairs in your opening times, folk don't know where they are.
Oh, give up with your mither.
It's not a minor. If you're running a business, you've got a duty to the public.
I don't need you to tell me how to run my business. Oh, and while we're on about it, you can stop spreading these stupid rumours.
I beg your pardon, what rumours are these?
All this daft nonsense about Hilda Ogden and what Audrey's supposed to have done to her.
Well, there's no disputing she's done summit.
Well, whatever Audrey has done will be put right. It doesn't need you spreading slander.
I've stated now but the truth. And your threats won't stop the truth coming out. The public got a right to be warned.
Yeah, well, I'm warning you. Any more of this mudslinging and you are for the high jump.
Look, I don't know what this row's about, but I think it'd be wise to cool it.
I'll tell you what it's about. It's about a public danger. Something that needs exposure. When you get a second, Kenneth, you come and see me. You won't have type big enough for the headlines I'll give you.
No comment.
Good morning, Kenneth.
Oh, morning.
Redler, reader of that paper, are you?
I take it every day, yeah.
It's a bit too radical for my taste.
That's no bad thing.
Well, in my experience, when people talk about being radical, what they really mean is they want to do as they like.
Again, perhaps no bad thing.
Oh, it'll be the end of civilization as we know it. Discipline's what this world needs, Kenneth.
Yes, and who's to dish out this discipline?
People like me discipline people.
Oh, naturally.
Which is more I can say for Councillor Roberts. What a performance last night, eh? A man in his position, ranting and raving in the street like that. It makes you wonder how many more loonies we've voted for, doesn't it?
Well, he was in a bit of a state, yes.
You know why, don't you? Guilt. Pure guilt. He knows that him and that missus is it. You haven't got a leg to stand on. What she did to poor Mrs. Ogden. If she's a hairdresser, then I'm a peer of the realm. You are going to do a story, aren't you, about Mrs. Ogden's humiliation and put it in paper? Expose Madam Roberts for what she really is?
Well, it's not quite that easy.
Hello, love. What can I get you?
Well, actually, I just wanted to wear with Gail.
Oh, I'm glad somebody does. Oh, she's dead unhappy. Isn't she, Martin?
What's that?
Gail, miserable.
That's putting it mildly, I tell you.
Gail, your mother-in-law wants a word, love.
Hello, Ivy. What are you doing here in the middle of the morning?
But I've been to doctor's, love.
Oh, what's the matter?
Oh, nothing much. I cut my finger at work and it went a bit funny. Anyway, he's put me on antibiotics. More important is how are you, love?
I'm all right.
Gail, it will work out, love, you know, once you've got to have a shock. It's always a shock getting pregnant, and especially when you've not planned it. You soon get used to the idea of having a new baby, love. You'll be pleased as punch. I mean, come on, another little Nicky, that can't be bad, can it?
I don't want it, Ivy. I don't want it.
Was I right?
Oh, well, you know what young girls are like these days. I mean, they don't want tying down, do they? Idea will soon grow on her. You see if it doesn't.
Yeah, well, I hope you're right.
Come in then, love. There we are. So, this is Alison Doc.
Doherty.
Oh, that's Irish, isn't it?
Is it?
And this is Betty Turpin, my right-hand woman at the Rovers. Well, the old Rovers, that is.
Hiya.
Oh, how do you do?
Sit down, love. So, Alison, you'd like to work at the Rovers when it reopens?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Excuse me. Would you rather I wasn't here?
Well, it's all right by me, Betty. Unless Alison's got any objections.
Oh, no, not me.
You're very welcome to stop then, Betty. Entirely up to you.
Oh, thanks. It's very nice to know you can do what you like in your own house.
So, Alison, what have you done?
Done?
Where have you worked? You have had some experience in the licensing trade.
I worked in a pub.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah. I worked at the Horseshoe Inn.
Oh, a bit of a dive, isn't it?
It's my dad's local and my 3 brothers.
Really? Are you working there now?
No, I left. That's why I want another job.
May I ask why you left?
Well, my dad and my brothers, they got banned for fighting. And there was a bit of an atmosphere, you know.
Fighting? One another?
Oh, no. Landlord.
Really? How long were you at the Horseshoe, Alison?
Oh, 2 years.
2 years.
Off and on.
Off and on?
Well, the landlady, she kept firing me. And then when her and landlord had a bit of a row and she'd gone back to her mother's, he'd take me back on. She'd hardly got down the street sometimes.
Really? You certainly see life at the Horseshoe, don't you?
Well, same as anywhere from my experience. You know, booze, sex. And what's on telly?
How old are you?
20.
20.
I'm a good barmaid. You can ask anyone at the Horseshoe. I were very popular.
Tell me one thing, Alison. If I were to take you on at the Rovers, your dad and your 3 brothers aren't likely to turn up there, are they, and start fighting me?
Oh, no. They use engineers' arms now.
That is a blessing. Right, Alison. Thank you very much for coming, and I'll be in touch. Have you got a phone number or anything, lovey?
Well, you can phone me next door, but not between 2 and 4, because them's are business hours.
Oh, what sort of business? No, you just forget I asked anything about that. What's her number, love?
86441.
86441. Right then, Alison. I'll be in touch with you later today, hopefully.
Oh, you seen some others then?
Well, yes, I am. But let me say this. I doubt whether any of the others will make the same impression that you have, Alison.
Everybody says that. Well, ta-ra then, Bet.
Ta-ra.
Oh, ta-ra, Betty.
Oh, ta-ra, love.
She counts one, doesn't she? You've got to laugh at her.
You're not thinking of taking her on, are you?
More than likely. She's just what the brewery ordered. Young, everything in its right place.
A common. She's as common as muck.
Well, that shouldn't bother you, Betty. If you're retiring like you say you are.
I didn't say definite. To tell you what is definite, I'm having no more interviews in this house. Folks will wonder what's going on with flighty pieces like her traipsing in and out.
You are not being very helpful, Betty. And I'm going to need all the help I can get if I'm going to make a proper job of opening this pub.
Hey, not your rubbish is this, eh?
You won't be letting just anybody sit on these chairs, mate. They're too good for round here. In fact, I'm told they're thinking of moving in some posh new customers as well.
I suppose you have to be a comic in your job, do you?
Have you a minute, Jack?
All right. See you, lads. Hey, you're spending a few bob on that pub, aren't they?
I don't wish to know that, Jack.
Do you know what I reckon? I reckon that'll just be competition for a couple of weeks for us at the graffiti club till the novelty wears off and Bet Lynch starts wearing a lot of tights again.
I don't wish to know that either, Jack. Multinational companies have gone bust in a few weeks. What I do want to know is...
What?
Where your heart is, your loyalty. Here, or across there, where according to you, you were a bigger fish than Moby Dick.
I'd sign for you, didn't I, Alec?
Yeah, as I remember it, your hand was sweating when we shook on it.
I am like the Rock of Ages, Alec. You see if I'm not.
Thanks, Mrs. Dixon. See you same time next week.
Bye-bye.
Hello.
No problem there with her. I mean, her hair's not going to turn shocking pink halfway down Rosamond Street. Where's your sense of humour got? Audrey! Oh, hello.
Hello, I've got a quick word.
Of course you can. Come on in.
Yeah. Well, it's in the nature of a friendly warning.
Oh?
Yeah, Percy Sugden buttonholed me this morning.
What did that little runt want?
Well, he wants me to do a story.
Story?
About Hilda's hair.
You're not going to, are you?
Well, of course he's not. You're not, are you, kid?
Oh, no, it's not really in our line.
Yeah, well, I thought you wouldn't be doing it because, well, we're mates, aren't we?
Yeah, well, I said I'm here to give you a friendly warning.
Was there something else you wanted to warn us about?
Well, yes, he could go to another newspaper, the Gazette. I mean, it's not really in their line either. Not normally, except...
Except what?
Well, you're a councillor, Alf. And according to Percy, you've been a bit careless.
Me careless? It wasn't me that distempered Hilda's hair.
Well, neither did that. Not on purpose, any road.
Yeah, and Percy also said that somebody hasn't applied for planning permission for a hairdressing business here either, or notified the health authorities.
Well, we all know who that somebody was, don't we? Or am I going to take the blame for that as well?
Look, this was supposed to be a part-time hobby for you. It wasn't supposed to be a full-time thing. We don't make it official. All them blooming papers.
6-day week flipping hobby.
Aye, minus the time you take off while people are left in their chair having their hair burning different
That
colours.
was just one incident, and well, you know it,
Yeah,
honestly.
and just one last thing. Percy also mentioned getting Hilda to see a solicitor.
Yeah, well, he's bluffing there.
I don't know if he's mentioned it to Hilda. If she thinks she can get compensation, I mean, you know what Hilda's like when money's concerned, like a bug in a bed.
Yeah, it would seem she's got a very good case.
Well, there's only one thing to do, isn't there?
What, offer her a wig?
Offer her compensation now.
What? You mean offer her money?
Yes, Alf. And it might just soften her up a bit, get her to come back here so I can have a look at her hair. It must be beginning to fade by now.
Oh, what, £5?
At least 50. Do you know, that's cheap compared with what she'd get from a judge. Tell him, Ken.
Well, what do you think?
I'm saying nothing. I've warned you, and that's where my duty as a friend ends.
Well, it goes against the grain. Offering money. Especially when it's not to do with me.
Yes, but I think you are at least an accessory before and after the fact. I mean, who banks the profits? That is, if they don't go straight into your back pocket. Bye, Al.
Oh, you better come in.
Oh, right.
Go on through.
Oh, thank you. What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
Councillor Roberts has come to have a discussion about the accident to me hair.
That were no accident. It was sheer incompetence.
Look, I've not come to talk to him. I've come here to have a private discussion with you, personal, Hilda.
I'm Mrs. Ogden's friend and advisor. Am I right, Mrs. Ogden?
Well, yes. As you know, Mr. Sugden has been of some assistance to me in this matter.
It's a highly upsetting matter. Am I right?
Yes.
So anything you have to say to Mrs. Ogden, councillor, it'd be better said in front of me.
That's if you don't mind, Councillor
He's
Roberts.
not in a position to mind. A man in his position, guilty by association, I think that's what you'll find the legal word in it.
What'll come about, Hilda? Well, I think you'll agree that this business has gone on long enough.
It'll go on till Mrs. Ogden gets proper compensation. Am I right, Mrs. Ogden?
Well, there's been enough bad blood about this already, so, well, Audrey is prepared to have a look at your hair with the right to putting the difficulty right.
That's not compensation on your bike.
Look, if you'll just shut up for a second.
Look, I think we ought to hear what Councillor Roberts has got to say, Mr. Sugden.
Well, not much if that's an example of it.
Go on, Councillor Roberts.
Well, about compensation for...
Humiliation and deep mental distress resulting.
For the inconvenience it's caused you, Hilda. Well, now, Audrey is prepared to offer you a cash
Wait
settlement
for
of
it.
£20.
Not enough.
Well, hang on a minute, Mr. Sugden. After all, it is me what's the injured party.
I couldn't agree with you more, Hilda.
Although I do agree with Mr. Sugden that £20 isn't very much these days. Not for all I've gone through and suffered.
It's peanuts.
No, 25.
Done.
If you'd have taken him to court, you'd have got hundreds, thousands.
And you will agree to allow Audrey to have a look at your hair?
Yes.
Yes. Well, that's £25 then, in full and fair settlement.
On one condition.
Condition?
That your missus can put my hair back to normal.
Yeah, all right.
I'm a witness to that.
And when shall I tell Audrey to expect you?
Oh, 3 o'clock this afternoon.
3 o'clock. And don't bring a midget barrackroom lawyer with you.
You're making a big mistake, Mrs. Ogden. You could have taken him and his missus to the cleaners. 25 quid's nothing. Nothing.
Maybe I could. Maybe I couldn't. But there's one thing I've learnt in this life. Folk like me take what they can, when they can. Jam tomorrows for the politicians. And there's another thing. Time I got myself back in full circulation again. There'll be some folk thinking I've popped off.
Now, to put you in the picture, the brewery wants not only a new pub, but he wants a new image for it, especially behind the bar. He wants the staff to sparkle, a bit like what I do.
Well, there's no point having an orchid if you're going to surround it with dock leaves, is there?
Do you know, I couldn't have put that better myself. I think you and me are going to get on.
Yeah. I've never worked in a pub before, though.
2 pints at 70 pence, a gin and tonic at 95, a port at 58, and a bottle of lager at 52. How much is that altogether?
$3.45.
You just passed the entrance exam.
Honest? Oh, smashing. When do I start?
Tomorrow. There'll be a bit of donkey work to be done before we open the doors to the rabble.
Yeah.
It's a pity we have to let the customers in, actually. They only make the place look untidy.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you then. Thanks.
Mosey along about 10.
Right, all right. Bye.
Bye, love.
Hey.
Bugging young girl today. She looks like she just heard the weather forecast.
She's just a bit out of sorts, I think.
Oh, you can't afford to feel out of sorts when you're in command, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that when you're running your first conglomerate.
Oh, I will. I will. Is there anything I can do for you, Gail? You know, to help.
No, there isn't.
Hey, it's not the end of the world, you know, having a kid. I mean, my sister's had 3, and I ought to have at least 2.
No, I know it's not the end of the world,
Of
Martin.
course it isn't.
Not the world. Your world. But it's the end of mine. So you don't know what you're talking about, do you? Because for one thing, you're a fella. And it's us that have the babies. The women. It's not fair. Why should it have to be us that are saddled with them? Us that have to pick up the pieces. I don't want this baby, Martin. Can't you get that through your thick skull? I don't want it.
I'm sorry.
That girl's gonna have a nervous breakdown.
What can we do, though?
We can tell somebody. Like her husband. He doesn't seem to be taking it serious enough. Nobody is.
So, this is where the bar flies go in the afternoon, is it?
Are you?
Well, 1 or 2 of them anyway.
Miss Lynch,
What can we do for you?
Well, for a start, you can give us a gin and tonic. It's like the Sahara Desert round here without the rovers.
ice and lemon.
Yes, please. I didn't ask for it, because I thought you only had ice in winter.
Oh, no, we actually grow our own lemons, darling. In the conservatory.
Well, you could definitely grow your own mushrooms, darling. It's dark enough. Well, Jack?
Oh, in the pink. How are you, love?
So, what are your plans
Plans?
for the big reopening?
Oh, I hope it goes really well for you.
I see. So you won't be there, then, as one of my staff?
Well, I'm too involved here, aren't I? What with barman and disc jockey and publicity manager, it's a very big job.
Sounds it. Anyway, I've played fair by you. I've offered you the chance to come back.
There you are, Miss Lynch. That's 117.
Right. 117. So that's how you keep going, is it? Charging fancy prices?
This is a club, you know. Not a local boozer.
The Rovers will be the smartest little boozer you've ever seen. And I only charge 95 for a gin and tonic. And you know what they're like round here? They'd skin a flea for 2p, never mind 22. Still, I don't have a disc jockey and a publicity manager, do I, Jack? Now, if you'll excuse me, I would like to be alone with my expensive gin and tonic and a fag.
Got you worried, hasn't she, Jack?
No.
That was the idea of coming here, of course. See if her pet poodle was still house-trained.
Listen, my future is here at the graffiti, I've told you.
You've been giving your future here some thought, have you, Jack?
Of course you have.
Yeah, well, I've news for you. You haven't got one.
What colour is it?
I think you'll be agreeably surprised.
Yeah, well, if I'm not, I'm going straight to my solicitor and you can have your £25 back.
£25? I thought...
What?
No, nothing. Right, are you ready?
Yeah, as ready as I'll ever be.
Ta-da! You see, it has worked. You're back to normal.
Oh, I'm my old self again.
I told you.
You sure my hair was this colour?
Positive, Hilda.
It looks a bit dreary.
Oh, come on, make your mind up. I can soon make you a bottle blonde if that's what you want.
How about blue?
Hilda, you're brown, and honestly, I think that's the colour what suits you best.
Yeah, I dare say you're right. I've always been your plain tablecloth, never your damask.
It isn't, is it? It is. It's Hilda. Do you know, I forgot what you look like. Very nice too, if I might say so.
Thank you. Well, that's it then. Nothing broken, as they say. But if I was you, I'd be a lot more careful in future. I mean, the next police beacon what walks out of here might not be as easygoing as me. Could sue you for every penny you've got. Well, like Elsie Tanner would have done, for instance. Like to have seen her with an orange bonce.
Thank you, Hilda. Well, don't know what all the panic was about, I asked myself. But Hilda said no harm done.
Not for the want of trying.
Do you know, Alf, I'm seeing a side of you that I didn't know existed, and I don't really like it. I mean, you don't just harbour a grudge. You keep it warm, you feed it, and you cherish it.
Look, you don't seem to realise what a narrow escape we have because of your fecklessness.
My what?
It could have cost me a fortune.
Oh, I doubt that, Alf. I doubt it very much. I don't see anybody ever parting you from your brass. You love it too much. You must do if you could do Hilda Ogden out of a measly 25 quid.
Well, it's a good job one of us has got a business brain anyway. And talking about business, that'll give me a very good idea to close this place.
Gladly, Alfred, dear. Split ends have never exactly fascinated me. Though I can think of a lot of other things what do.
Telephone, Betty.
Are you paralysed?
It's not my telephone, Betty.
Oh! Betty Teffin speaking. Oh, it's you. Jack Duckworth wants you.
Tell him I'm not in.
Says I've got to tell you she's not in. Try, love.
Nice one, Bettykins. Now, if I'm not very much mistaken, there's only you left to decide. And I've got a full crew.
Yes, well, I'm not sure.
It's all down to you.
Look, you've got Sally and that other little madam.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've not been letting anybody down.
Oh, no danger. Brewery weren't that keen to take you back anyway.
They what?
Well, when I say not keen. It's now for you to worry about. It's your decision, really.
Well, I am still not sure.
Take your time, Betty. It's your privilege, like you said. So long as you don't take too long. Because you could get left behind then, couldn't you?
I think the kettle's boiling. He'll be off, love. Isn't it time you were?
When I finish this,
I'll do that if you want.
I said I'll do it.
Oh, well. So now, though. See you in the morning. Oh, I'm glad to see you. We didn't like leaving her here on our own, did we, love?
No. Yeah, well, listen, thanks for the phone call.
Oh, I wish I knew what was wrong with the love.
Sure. No. You're not coming home, then? Gail? Gail, love. What's the matter? You don't have to have this baby, you know. Not if it's upsetting you like this.
Do you mean that?
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Well, surely it's not that big a deal, Gail. I mean, you had Nicky like...
Shelling peas is the expression.
Oh, he was no trouble. He's not stopped you working. I honestly can't see what your problem is, love. But okay, we know it's going to be a bit hairy for a few months.
You want this baby, don't you?
Yes, I do. I wouldn't have gone for one deliberately, but now it's happened, Gail. Yes, I do want us to have another baby. Especially a daughter.
Even if she wasn't yours?
You what?
I'm not sure this baby's yours, Brian.
I'm not with you.
Like you weren't with me the night you went swanning off to Edinburgh with your precious mate.
Ian?
So how can we,
have this baby.
Good morning, Vera.
Oh, hello. Thought you'd have been back living at Rovers for now.
Well, I've got my new bed being delivered this morning. I could hardly move back without that, could I, Kay?
All of the insurance, I bet every stick's brand new, isn't it? But I could do with a quick fire like that.
Well, you want to do what I did, Vera.
What?
Have a word with your Jack.
Oh, yes. Very funny.
Morning, Auntie, love.
Oh, morning, Bet. Oh, Vera. I don't care who knows it, I feel on top of the world this morning.
Take folk away for talking like that, you know.
Daft. Our girl's having another baby. I've thought of no else since I heard about it.
It's all right for some, isn't it? I'd have been a granny myself, you know, if them Claytons had done right by Aunt Sarah.
Oh, come on, Vera, be glad for me. Don't take shine off it.
I am glad for you, kid. I'm just not so glad for myself, that's all.
Why?
Hilda, what a surprise.
Thought I saw you arriving.
And you couldn't wait.
Oh, well. Well, there's been some money spent, I'll say that.
Does that mean you don't like it?
Oh, no. No, I'm all for having things nice and cheerful. Mind you, there'll be some what'll complain because it's not all put back the way it was, but they'll soon get over that. No, I like it.
Well, I'm glad. And I'm glad you're in good time and all. Because the whole place wants cleaning like it's never been cleaned before. Every square inch of it.
It's only what I expected. They can change all they like, but they can't stop the dust from landing on it.
Ah. Well, out you need. Get it from the shop. Tell them I'll pay.
Yeah, right-o. Oh, I'll just have a deco in the back first and see how that looks.
Phyllis, can you manage without me if I don't come in today?
I hope you're not stopping home on my account,
That's great. Thanks ever so much.
because I won't be here.
Right, bye. Brian!
What?
Look, just hang on a minute, will you, please? Nicky, if you finish that, you can go upstairs and clean your teeth. Well, go on! Now! Look, we can't go on like this.
Like what?
Not speaking to each other. You sleeping on the settee. Where's that going to get us?
Same place we are now. You pregnant to another fella.
We don't know that.
No. Right, well, let's look on the bright side, eh? We may get lucky, you know. It might be my kid after all.
Oh, well, go on then. You better I'd go if you're going to talk like
Why
that.
do you expect me to talk? How do you think I feel, eh?
You can't feel worse than me.
God. When I think how pleased I was. Pleased that we were going to have another kid. That we were, Gil. Me and you.
I know. And I am sorry. I am sorry. What more can I say?
Who else knows?
Who?
You and Ian. Who else?
Just me, Mum.
Oh, that figures.
She'll not tell anybody.
She can tell who she likes, because it's not going to make any difference.
You going?
Yes, I am.
Look, if I get Doreen to have Nicky, will you come back for your dinner?
Why?
We'll be able to talk.
Talk?
We have to.
You're so keen on talking now, aren't you? It's a pity you didn't stick to talking while you were with Ian.
Well, it's bad enough with Rita being away, but with her and Alan having taken Jenny as well, I'm sure it's on the paper rounds too.
Of course.
I mean, I hope they have a nice time. I'm really glad that things have worked out so well for Rita, but I mean, she never seems to think that I might need to eat or get out of this shop occasionally.
Well, can I help?
Oh, no, it's... oh, just ignore me, Emily. Everybody else does.
Well, can I get you some shopping?
Oh, yes, if you could. Could you get me a loaf? A small brown loaf and half a pint of lean bacon.
Hang on. Who's serving who in this establishment?
Oh, it's just Emily's offered to do me some shopping.
Oh, bully for her. Well, have you got time to sell me half a dozen biros and a couple of writing pads?
Lined or unlined?
Surprise me.
Have you moved back into the Rovers now, then?
Oh, half an hour ago, love. And we open to the general public tomorrow dinner.
You must be pleased about that.
Well, I will be when I've got time.
Right, that'll be £1.80, please. Thank you very much.
It'd be nice to see Betty again. I haven't set eyes on her since the fire.
Well, you might have to wait a bit longer. Last I heard, she was going down to their gardens.
Oh, she will be coming back, though.
Back home? Oh, I'm sure she will.
Oh, dear.
It sounds as though Betty's out of favour.
It's just what I thought. Mind you, I wouldn't want to work for Bet, would you? She's got a rather abrupt manner with her. Who wouldn't like to be on the receiving end of it?
You'll be sticking with Rita, then?
Oh, yes. I mean, I'm not
not really complaining. Well, not about Rita anyway. It's just more life in general.
You're just trying to stir things up again, aren't you?
I'm not trying to stir anything up again.
Then why do you keep going on about it? I've done all I can.
Which I'm not disputing.
Hilda's hair is as near normal as it's ever likely to be, considering it's like coiled spring from being wrapped round curlers for 90% of the time.
Which is why I'm saying I'm glad everything's been settled to everybody's satisfaction.
It's not, though, is it?
Well, it's settled as far as I'm concerned.
And me.
Oh, I've got to close my salon on account of it.
Oh?
Look, it's not on account of that. It's 101 other things. That was just the final straw, was
Oh,
that?
come on, admit it. You just got frightened because he kept making a song and dance about it.
I got fed up of Annie's strange women in the bathroom.
Well, because you wouldn't install a wash basin.
Oh, for crying out loud. Look, it's closed. Never mind all the whys and wherefores. It is closed.
Well, I think you're being very wise, Councillor, if I might say so.
Percy!
Well, I mean, a man in your husband's position, he can't risk associating himself with some hole-in-the-corner undertaking.
Look, I don't need you telling me what I can and can't do. Thank you very much.
But I'm agreeing with you.
Well, don't. I don't want you agreeing with me. Audrey?
Yeah? Oh,
I want a word.
nothing's happened, has it?
No, you don't already know about.
Let's go to the house, shall we?
Well, we have decided the salon is definitely closing, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're going to blame me for it in the first place.
You want it closed?
Well, I don't want to be dictatorial about
Then
it.
it's closed. Come on, look.
It's funny how things work out for the best, isn't it, eh? I mean, in years to come, you'll be thanking me for forcing the issue over Mrs. Ogden's hair.
Deirdre,
Yes, Alf.
will you please attend to this gentleman before I swing for him?
They both seem a mite touchy this morning. Do you think they've had a row or something?
It's about Gail, is it?
You know what it's about. I don't suppose you did have to try and prevent it either, did you?
You're not making yourself very clear, Brian.
Gail and Ian. And don't pretend you don't know.
I'm not pretending nothing.
So, did you do it to try and stop them?
I'm not sure what you had in mind.
Well, you wouldn't have, would you? I mean, I suppose you encouraged her, you know, thought it'd be a laugh.
Look, if you've come round here to blame me, that's all right. Go ahead, if it makes you feel any better. I'd rather you did take it out on me than on Gail.
You knew what was going on. You knew that your own daughter was having an affair.
After it had happened, yes.
Still, I suppose she thought she was following her mother's example.
Did she?
Well, what else?
Well, for one thing, you weren't here when she needed you. You'd gone swanning off to Edinburgh without even noticing what a state she were in.
Well, I trusted her, didn't I? I trusted her.
Yeah, well, she's trusted you once or twice, from what I hear.
Meaning what?
Meaning that you have strayed as well, Brian.
I've never done out like this to her.
Oh, you've never got pregnant, right? Well, you wouldn't, would you?
She knew what she was doing.
Oh, don't be so daft. Come on, which of us ever knows that? I mean, she was swept off her feet, then landed on her backside. All this would have been forgotten, but for the state she finds herself in now.
My wife's pregnant to another fella.
Brian,
And if you think that I'm going to accept that when I'm not, because nobody would.
Well, I'll tell you what I did advise her, shall I?
What?
To say nothing to you about it.
Oh.
But she trusted you. Never mind you trusting her. All you mean by that is that you expect her to behave herself. But she has trusted you with the biggest secret of her life. Now, how you deal with that's up to you, right?
Thanking you. Salo.
Thank you.
Ms. Lynch.
Yeah.
Cliff Farmer. Brewery Public Relations. Remember me? Pub quiz.
Oh, yeah. Hiya.
I'm here to help if help's needed, and if not, to keep well out of your way.
Oh, well, right now you sound like the man of my dreams. Where have you been hiding since last we met?
Is everything as it should be? No problems?
Well, not as yet, but then my staff haven't got here yet.
Good. Well, if there's anything I can do, just let me know.
Well, there is just one little thing.
Fire away, that's what I'm here for.
Well, you could make a cup of tea for me and Ms. Ogden. Help us clear the dust out of our throats.
Oh. Well, yes, why not?
He can put a pair of rubber gloves on and set to with me if he likes.
Now, there's an offer.
Well, I think I'll just stick to making the tea. One thing you might like to be thinking about. Tomorrow's reopening. Now, we normally like to get a local celebrity of some sort to do the honours. It's a bit short notice, but I'm sure we could find a local beauty queen or local sportsman, or, failing all else, the wife of the managing director could step in.
Step in what? Oh, you mean...
Perform the ceremony, yes. Or perhaps there's somebody you'd like to suggest.
Well, can't we just unlock doors and start selling fail?
Well, it would be nice to have a few words from someone. You have a think about it, and let me know if you've got any preferences.
There's one of these in a packet of fags, will you, Mabel?
Oh, did you not get your paper delivered then this morning?
Oh, yeah, our Vera's waltzed off with it, trying to con folk into believing she can read.
168, oh, thank you. So you'll be back working at the Rovers then now, will you?
Bit of a sore point, that, Maeve.
You're not?
Well, let's just say it hasn't been confirmed. See, I don't think Bet's too pleased about me working for Gilroy's, but what can you do when you're in demand?
So you still have your job at the graffiti club then?
Well, I did have.
Oh.
Until I had an argument with the management there as well. It's always been my trouble, you see. Too much of an individualist, too much my own man.
Oh.
Mavis?
Well, hello, stranger.
So, I don't know. I'm fixed now, to tell you the truth.
All right.
Yes, how are you, Derek?
Oh, not so bad.
So I thought I'd wait for Bet, see if she turns up.
Oh, Bet, are you looking for Bet?
Well, I thought I might run into her.
Well, she's in the Rovers, actually. I know that because she was in here earlier.
She's still in there, is she?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mavis.
Bye.
Well, I was just passing, and I thought, pop in, see how Mavis is keeping.
Well, much the same. Except with Rita's away on holiday, so I'm busier than ever.
Wonderful.
Well, it's very tiring, actually.
Oh, yes, it would be. Terribly tiring.
But I was just going to make myself a cup of tea if you'd care to join me.
That'd be lovely, yes.
2 sugars.
Still 2 sugars, yes. I haven't changed.
Oi, Jack. Trying to worm your way back in there now, then?
No, I'm not. I'm going home.
Oh, aye. Only place that'll still have you, is it?
Well, well, look where the wind's blown in. Would you excuse me?
Certainly.
Hey, very nice. Classy. Oh, that's what it is. Opulent, Bet. It suits you, no doubt about it.
We're not open till tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, but I thought... Who's that fella?
What if I was to say he's my new Salaman?
No, he's not. Don't say that. 'Cause I like it here. I'm not happy anywhere else.
What about over the road? I got the impression that you were very happy over there.
Flipping miserable. I told him in the end, you know, that Gilroy. I said, this so-called club of yours, I said, it's the pits. I am used to better things, and I want to return to them better things, I said. Oh, please, Betty. He's not your new cellar man, is he, eh?
Do you know, if there was a competition for being pathetic, Jacko, you would win it hands down.
Yeah, well, I've had a lot of practice, haven't I?
Go on, then. Go and have a look at your new cellar.
You mean it?
Yes.
What about him?
Well, he's from the brewery, isn't he? Come see us settled in.
God bless you, Elizabeth Teresa. You're an angel, aren't you? Get! Hey, and you're an angel too, Hilda! Through here?
Yes.
Are you?
Hello.
My kingdom.
Do you know he's balmier than ever?
My cellar man.
Seems keen on the job.
I think he's starved of affection at home.
Anyway, as I was saying, I've put the managing director's wife on standby, but if you have any further thoughts about tomorrow's reopening, I'll be at the brewery till late. Just, give me a bell.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No, I got out of confectionery.
Oh.
I'm in the stationery business now.
Oh.
A man of letters, you might say.
A man of letters. Oh, very good.
Area manager, actually.
That sounds like promotion.
Quite another rung on the ladder, I must admit.
Yes, Curly.
Can I have 3 packets of chewing gum and a biro, please? Only Terry run out of chewing gum, so he chewed the only biro we've got. Excuse me, but don't I know you?
Derek was my fiancé.
Oh.
At 60p, please.
Yeah,
Look, I think perhaps I'd best be going. You do seem very busy.
No, I'm sure it'll go quiet in a minute. It usually does about this time.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks, love. I'll see you
Right.
then. Bye-bye.
Bye, Curly.
Here, take one of them.
Oh, cheers.
Yes.
Now, I've got a proposition to put to you. One that might do us both a bit of good.
No, look, I'll see you another time, okay?
Oh, well,
Just bye for now.
Bye, Derek.
It's these leaflets, you see, advertising my club. I wondered if your paper lads would like to distribute them.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. We don't do anything like that.
Well, I'd make it worth your while.
Well, I don't care. The answer's no.
Blimey. She got out the wrong side of somebody's bed this morning.
Tell me about it. You and Ian. What happened?
No, Brian.
I want to know! It was when I went to Edinburgh, wasn't it?
Yes.
Made it easy for you, didn't I?
I asked you not to go.
Only when you knew I had to.
It wasn't like that. It wasn't planned.
So what was it like? Go on, tell me. Were you in love with him? No? Just fed up with me, then?
I suppose I was. I thought I was in love with him. For a day or two. I just thought I was.
Suppose he hadn't have gone back? I see.
I never want to see him again. I wish I never had seen him.
Where did you go with him? Where? Did he come back here? You brought him back here, didn't you? With Nicky in the house?
Sorry.
Did he use our bed? Eh?
I can't. I'm sorry.
Well, hello, ladies. Welcome to Cetus Palace.
And who are you, flipping Caesar?
No, his name's Jack Duckworth.
Right, so fair's fair. What's yours?
Alison?
Well then, Alison, and you, young Sally. Any problems, out you want to know, you don't come either in the landlady, you come to me, right?
Have you worked here before, then?
Many a long year. Which reminds me, what's happened to my mate, Gloria?
Gloria? Done a bunk from what I heard.
Hey, don't tell me she's not joining us.
Not as I know of. Nobody seems to have a clue where she's got to. Hello, Sally.
Hi, Mrs. Ogden. Is she cleaner? Yeah, I thought so.
Hey, now, don't you go looking down your nose at me, young lady. I earn me living by the sweat of me brow, and I don't apologise to nobody for it.
Well, don't go on at me. It's not my fault.
I've been slaving away in here since first thing. Not just wandering in the middle of the afternoon with a daft grin on my face.
Hey, come on.
Now, team, getting to know one another, are we?
Yes, well, I don't mind charring for them what appreciates it, but I'm not going to be looked down on, especially not with the muck I'm having to shift in here today.
It is appreciated, Hilda.
Happen.
Right. Now, the one thing we need to make this pub a success...
Topless barmaid.
Back on the cellar, you.
Only trying to help.
Now, come on through, girls. No, the one thing we need are bottles on these shelves. So I'll explain what goes where. Then after that, we'll see how the pumps work and how the tills work. Then we'll be ready for out, all right?
Yeah.
Alison?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it was 1:35 altogether. Derek came in at dinner time. Derek? Derek Wilton? Yeah, he just happened to be passing. Well, and how is he? Oh, well, he seemed quite well. I mean, not that we had much chance to talk, actually. There were people coming in and out all the time. Are you going to see him again? Oh, no, I shouldn't think so. I mean, not that he had any chance to suggest it, though. That awful Gilroy person from the graffiti club, he came barging in. Anyway, I don't know whether I would agree to see him again after everything.
Well, it's probably a good thing you were too busy to talk to him then.
Yes. Because he might call again. I mean, if he were passing this way once, he could be passing regularly.
Oh, hello, love. We thought we'd come and give you a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, we've come to at baby's head what the Cledit's got up to now, I again.
Hello, Nicky. Your granny's here. Our Brian's in, isn't he, love?
Yes, he's in, but...
Oh, don't worry, we're not stopping all night, but we thought, well, we just have to do something to celebrate your good news.
Any excuse, second.
It's
That's an excuse, Vera. This is the best reason in the world, isn't it, love? Hey, there's nothing wrong, is there, love?
Hello, Mum.
Brian, are you going out?
It looks as if he's off on his holidays to me.
No, I'm not going out. I'm moving out.
Hey up now, what's going on?
Ask her. Vicky, see you soon.
He don't mean it, does he? Is he serious?
Gail, come on, what is going on, love?
I can't tell you.
You've had a row about something, that's it, isn't it?
Please, Ivy.
Vera, excuse us a minute, will you, love?
Eh? Oh, yeah. Right, I'll go sit in the car and wait for you there.
No.
Oh, it's all right, love. I don't want to make him wait.
No.
It's happened often enough.
I don't want you to. I can't talk. Look, I'd like you both to go, if you don't mind.
Look, love, he can't really be leaving, love. I mean, he can't mean it. Whatever row's about, I mean, it's not serious enough that you...
Oh, please, Ivy, just go.
Oh, well.
Oh, come on.
I don't like leaving you like this, though, love.
Ivy, come on. It's what lasts once.
Well, I don't know what's up, Gail, but I hope to God it sorts itself out. Tranky.
Hey, dear. I always thought this place got mucky enough when it was open. That's now to what it's got like through being closed.
You've played a blinder, Hilda. What can I get you to drink?
Oh, well, port and lemon be very welcome. Thank you.
You've earned a bathful, the way you've tackled things today.
Oh, very kind of you to say so. Well, let's just hope your new bar staff can learn similar consideration.
Hilda, how long have you been working here?
What, in this pub?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Started in August 64. So that must be 22... Yeah, be 22 years.
It's a fair while.
Yeah. But when you look back, it seems to have gone by in a flash.
Will you do something for me tomorrow?
What?
Well, you know that fella that came here from brewery?
Yeah.
Well, he wanted me to get the managing director's wife in to perform the opening ceremony.
Why?
But I mean, why should she? What's she ever done for this place? I mean, she might have done a lot for managing director, I'm not denying that. But what's she ever done for us? Now. So I want you to do it.
Me?
Yeah, 12:30. Just say a few words, cut the ribbon. You've now told Son of you.
What, me open this pub?
Yes, Hilda. Now, will you do it for me?
Don't forget you can always check out the website for all the latest gossip. It's gplus.co.uk. There's comedy with...
Have you got anything that's good for hangovers?
Aye, bottle of rum. That'll give you hangover in no time.
Yeah, highly amusing, but this is a serious emergency.
Yeah, Curly, two of them in a glass of water.
Anyway, you shouldn't have a hangover at your time of life. I mean, at your age, you ought to be able to throw them off. Early morning run, that's what you want.
Early morning run? I could just about get out of my bed.
Aunt Emily got any aspirins in the house?
Oh, yeah, but I don't like to ask her, you see, otherwise you get a stern lecture on the evils of drink. Anyway, it was bad enough this morning with the racket she was making. She was crunching me cornflakes into me bowl, swishing the milk round me cup.
Well, I've no sympathy for you. It's your own fault for drinking too much.
Oh, I know, but I was tempted, you see. It was me and Terry in that graffiti club. And, well, they had this happy hour, like. So...
Yeah, it's all a sprat to catch a mackerel, all that half-price drinking.
Oh, I know, but we had a good night. Well, I think we had a good night. Anyway, they were giving out free buses.
Ah, it's Alec Gilroy. He's getting frightened. He's going to lose his custom with the Rovers reopening. Hey, what do you think you'll do? Back to the Rovers or back in the graffiti club again?
Me? I'm going to have a quiet night in tonight. Anyway, I want to take my medicine. I'll see you.
Ta-ra, love.
Yeah.
See you.
He'll never keep his customers, that Alec Gilroy. Because it's a mucky, all that graffiti club, you know. Never gets cleaned proper. Never gets a good bottom in. Not like the Rovers. Oh, just wait till you see it. It's like a little palace now they've done it all up. It's a pleasure cleaning in a place like that.
Reopening's this dinner, isn't it?
12:30, grand reopening.
Oh, yeah. How grand is grand? I mean, are they having a bit of ceremonial like?
Oh, well, I'm not at liberty to diverge that.
Has Bet got a celebrity laid on?
My lips are sealed.
Come on, Hilda, you can tell us.
No, I'm sorry. You just have to wait and see.
Why the heck you couldn't keep your mouth shut, I don't know. I mean, did you ever stop to ask yourself how Brian was going to feel knowing this baby might not be his?
I couldn't stand it the way it was. Living a lie.
Well, if you think living the truth's going to be any easier, you've got another thing coming.
I had to tell him, Ma'am.
Oh, I mean, he was bound to take it like this, girl. Bound to. I mean, put yourself in his shoes. Did he hit you or anything?
No, he didn't. I wish he had. Maybe then I wouldn't feel so bad.
then you could put him in the wrong then, couldn't you? Oh, Gail, I keep saying it, but why did you have to
Well,
tell...
I have done, so it's too late, so will you stop going on about it? Oh, God, it's such a mess. It's all my fault.
It's all right, lovey, come on. It's all right. Well, let's try and get something sorted out, shall we? Where did Brian go when he left home, do you know?
I've no idea.
I didn't go to his mum's, we know that. I mean, maybe that's a good sign. I didn't say anything to her, by the way.
Oh, God. I can't face Ivy knowing.
Well, you've got to tell her sooner or later, girl. Look, if you don't, Brian will. Anyway, lovey, come on. Where else could he have got to, eh?
I don't know. He's not at the garage, because Kevin rang round about 9 o'clock to ask if he was coming in.
What did you tell him?
I didn't tell him anything. I said he was away.
Mummy, can I have a biscuit?
Yes, Lily.
Hey, love, look, I could have Nicky for you today. I could take him home with me and then
No,
bring
it's
him
all
back.
right, thanks, Mum. It's been Nicky that's keeping me going. Don't know what I'd do without him.
But what we're waiting for? Should be open by now. I want my half-price drink.
12:30 is the time. Couple of minutes yet.
Half-price drinks, yes, but to give you less time to take advantage.
Vera's knocked off early.
It's only a couple of minutes, Mike.
I know. So I don't like anyone thinking that they put one over on me, especially when I'm paying the wages, and especially when it's Vera.
Hold on, Mr. Baldwin. According to this fella, it's not 12:30 yet. Well, all I can say is, well, our time clock must be fast.
I'll check it, Vera. I'll check the clock cards as well.
Hello, Dad. You're just in time.
Oh, good. Ah, well, see, the brewery got a photographer on the job. Mr. Farmer, isn't it? Ken Bowler, Weatherfield Recorder. As you know, you've got a full-page thing in our paper, but why don't you have some pictures to go with the news story?
Sure, it'll be a pleasure. I'll get Harry to do you a good set of prints. Something's happening.
Oh, I think somebody's... Now, don't get overexcited, boys and girls. Oh, come on, let's get in, let's get supping. Some of us only got an hour for his dinner, you know. And we get watched like hawks at that. Wait your sweat, Vera. We've got to have his grand reopening by his guest celebrity.
Well, come on then, let's be having him.
Or her, Alf. Or her.
See? I told you, it'll be Miss Weatherfield.
Here comes Hilda. Come on, Mrs. O. You needn't a rush. The guest celebrity's not here yet.
She is, you know. Hilda, here's your scissors for the opening job. Hey, it's not her, is it? Hilda Ogden, a celebrity.
Well, it saves the brewery paying the appearance money, you see. Shake it to shilling in my mind.
Come on, Hilda, do your stuff. Well, no, hey, hang on a minute. I better introduce you, haven't I? Ladies and gentlemen, we had a little think about who should perform our grand reopening ceremony. Anyway, who better than somebody who for years has been helping to keep the customers happy by making sure that they don't put their elbows in a puddle of ale and that they're not traipsing about in a pile of fag ends. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the one and only Mrs. Hilda Ogden.
There you go.
It's very nice to be invited to do something like this. I've never done anything like this before, so when I was asked, well, I didn't know what to say.
They're open, that'll do me.
Well, anyway, I put my thinking cap on and I thought to myself, well, I've had many happy times in the Rover's return, both as a member of the staff with Mrs. Walker and then with Miss Lynch.
Who? Oh, that's me, isn't it? I hate the sound of that, miss.
And, well, then again, I've also had many happy times as a customer with my late husband, who always appreciated a good public house.
Understatement of the year, that.
Shut up.
Anyway, so now it's all been done up and remonstrated, I hope that all customers and staff will have many more happy years.
Yeah.
And so,
it gives me great pleasure. Oh, come on, get the bubble.
Yeah,
So it gives me great pleasure to declare the Rovers' return well and truly open again.
Here, Mr. Gilroy, are you serving or what? There's folks supping now in here.
Come on, Julian, get something in the ivories. I'll be
Hello, darling. Give us a gin and tonic, a large scotch and have on your sweet.
Thanks very much.
Last half look almost as good as a pub, doesn't it?
Just watch it.
I think he's talking about me, about him,
Please show me what it is. Oh, yes, Tom. And how much is that half price?
Now to you, Hilda. Your money's no good to you in here today.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Oh. Hey, is it all right this week?
Oh, knockout. Hey, come on. Would Samantha Fox have been as good? He wanted Samantha Fox, you know, but I said, no way, we've all seen too much of her already.
Hey, who's Samantha Fox?
It's that puppet they have on breakfast TV.
Oh, I never watch it, mate. Doesn't seem right in the mornings.
No, well, I never watch it neither, but you get to know these things. It's sort of general knowledge, isn't it?
Well done, Hilda. Yes, excellent.
Thank you very much.
Come on, lads, get stuck in. All half price this dinner, you know. It's nice to see the old Rovers full of customers again, isn't it? We've been together a good while, Hilda, you and me.
Yeah, a good while. I remember when you first come to work here. And if anybody had told me then that you'd be the landlady one day, well, don't get me wrong, but I'd have laughed. No offence.
Not fair. I think I'd have laughed myself or cried, I don't know which.
Still, I must say this. You've done better than I expected you would.
Thank you very much.
Oh, isn't it lovely, though? All clean and polished and sparkling.
That reminds me. I want you to take a good look at it, the way it is now. You know, like you just said, all clean and polished and sparkling.
Yeah.
That's how I want it every morning. Think on. Jack, come here. I've pinned a little card up next to the phone. The number on it is for an electrician. If a fuse ever blows again, that's the fella you ring. We've just got this place back, let's try and hang on to it. Julian, book up! She'll be coming round the mountains when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountains when she comes.
Thank you very much. Goodbye. Hello, Derek. You're back again.
Yes, very much a flying visit, I'm afraid. Unless you've time for a quick lunch.
Oh, no, I'm afraid I haven't. I'm chained to the shop with Rita being away on holiday.
Oh, yes, you said. And at the end of a long, tiring day, I don't suppose you feel much like cooking yourself a meal.
Well, you don't, do you? But you have it to do all the same.
No need tonight, Mavis. Come and have dinner with me. I was going to ask you yesterday, actually, but not knowing quite how you'd react.
Well, I don't know, Derek.
You have to get away from work now and again, Mavis. And when you live over the shop...
Yes, I know that.
Well, you deserve it. Good food, civilized conversation. That's what I'm offering.
Well, all right then, Derek. Thank you.
Good. 7:30. I'll pick you up. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Yes, Mrs. Phillips.
Oh, hello. Gin and tonic for you. Yes, when are you a minute, love?
No counter, I'm getting this.
Oh, give over. And give Mr. Sugden a pint as well.
No, take his money, I'm getting this.
How many have you had? How come you and Mr. Noel here are fighting over who's paying?
Well, you know what it's like. We've buried the hatchet, don't we? Anyway, I know he gets old Pope's nose, but he means well in his own way.
Oh, in his own way, yes. The trouble is he keeps getting on other people's.
Here we are, Mrs. Roberts. One juniper juice and tonic. I didn't get you the slimline. I didn't think you'd be wanting it, not with your trim figure.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sugden.
Oh, don't mess it. I was just saying to the councillor here, we have our differences, yes. But you know why? Because we're both men of principle. You see, Mrs. Roberts, it's very true what they say. Where there's least sense, there's most fraction.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm always saying that.
I thought you were staying off the ale anyway today. I thought you felt full.
Well, yeah, but I decided to stick with the Royal Alternative Medicine. Homeopathy, they call it. Oh, they swear by it. The Queen, the Prince of Wales, all of them.
I didn't know that. Of course, I don't mix the roti same as you do.
Well, you see, the theory is, you see, whatever it is that's poisoning you, you take a small substance of that, and it cures you. Or in other words, the hair of the dog that bit you.
So that's the Prince of Wales theory, is it? Sound more like Jack Duckworth than me. Anyway, I'm off.
Oh, no, don't go. Stay and have another. I mean, Brian won't know. He's not here, is he?
That's why I'm going. Coping on my own. See you now.
There'll be a picture of you in the recorder, Hilda. The brewery photographer's passing on some of his.
Well, you'll be sure to pick a nice one, won't you, Canon?
Never fear.
That'll be nice for me scrapbooks, that. Hey, me owning the Rovers. Stan would have been that proud.
Yeah, he would, wouldn't he?
I like that.
Yeah, he thinks he's got to give to women, you know, that's his trouble.
He's nice. He reminds me of my granddad.
Well, if he tries out on, just tell me.
Listen, it's 1:30 beer, aren't you supposed to be at work?
See, he likes that, you know. Me slugging away on a machine while he's stood here enjoying himself.
Well, I'm working and all, you know.
Where? You? Ha! Stood here with a load of girls. He's been dreaming about that all his life. Right, I'll see you. And if he takes any liberties, you've got my permission to thump him. Oh.
She's only kidding, you know. We're great mates, really.
Come on, Nicky. Eat up your carrots. You like them. You do. You like them.
I've had to come and see you. I've been worried sick all day, I've. Hello, darling. How's my little Nicky? How are you, love? Have you heard anything from our Brian?
No. Nicky, do you want to go out and play in the garden now?
Yes, Mummy.
He's a good boy.
Well, haven't you got any idea where he's gone, Gail? I mean, what about his mates? You know, they used to play squash with. Have you thought of ringing them?
No.
Well, what about the police then, love? I mean, don't you think that
It's not like that, Ivy.
Well, I want to know where he's gone, Gail, even if you don't. I want to know why he's gone as well. Love, look, I'd like to help you, love, if I can, but I can't, if you don't tell me what it is. I'm on your side, you know, just as much as his. I know he's my son and I love him. But I love you and all. If only you could just tell me what's...
I can't, Ivy. I can't.
Then last year I went on holiday, just with a couple of girlfriends, to Blackpool. Anyway, you don't want to hear all this.
Oh, yes, I do, Mavis. I want to hear everything that's happened to you.
Well, I met this man, Norris Birchall.
Oh, yes?
Oh, he was a very nice person, very kind.
So you and him...
Oh, no. No, nothing really came of it.
Oh, good. I mean... Well, you know what I mean.
Anyway, what about you? What have you been doing?
Well, I can't say life has been easy, Mavis. Eventful, yes. Easy, no. I've been through quite a few upheavals.
Oh?
You see, Mavis, ever since our wedding plans came to nothing...
Derek, look, in my opinion, that is one subject we should put firmly behind us.
Oh, I've tried, Mavis. But of course, realizing that you were rejecting me, well, quite frankly, I came pretty close to a breakdown. And it didn't help, knowing that, well, partly at least, it was my own fault.
Oh, Derek.
No, I don't want you to blame yourself. No reason for you to feel guilty. Anyway, I did try to forget. And I admit, quite frankly, that in those first difficult months, I looked elsewhere for consolation.
And did you find it? Consolation, I mean?
I thought I had, Mavis.
Oh, but in fact you hadn't.
No, I soon realized it wasn't the real thing. No, it was a mistake, Mavis.
Melon for...
well, I'm the melon.
Sir, the pâté maison.
Thank you.
Bon appetit.
Thank you very much. Do you mind me asking about her, the woman you wanted consolation of?
Oh, as a matter of fact, her father owns the firm I'm working for now.
Oh.
A widow. We met socially at a function. A very sophisticated sort of woman, Mavis. Totally different from you.
And I gather it didn't work out.
No, I soon realized that Angela and I were quite unsuited. Totally unsuited, in fact. No, I should never have married her.
Pardon? Did you say... Do you mean that you're married?
Far and away the biggest mistake of my life, Mavis.
There you go. That's £3.6, please.
Thank you, darling. Have one yourself.
Oh, thank you. Thanks very much.
Sal, take a few minutes. Go and cheer young Kevin up. I think he's pining for you.
Oh, right, thanks, I will.
Hey, got a little good in there, haven't we?
Yes, Alison and all. So let's try and keep them happy, no meddling.
As if. Anyway, they're probably too young for me, anyway.
What do you mean, probably? I'm too young for you.
Do you fancy going round the board, then?
Not much.
Well, I thought you liked darts.
Not on my own. What I really like is going out with you. Not going to be much fun with you stuck behind a bar every night, is it?
Hey up, an alien creature's just walked in.
Julian?
Evening, Miss Lynch.
No customers, Alec. Closed up, have you?
No, it's just a quiet time of evening, that's all. I've left old Sam running the bar for me. Just thought I'd pop across and see what all the fuss was about. Be all right when it's finished.
Now, Alec. If you're going to be catty, I shall have to see about getting you doctored.
We've had a right burst here today. We've never stopped, and I bet you've done notes, have you?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Jacko, we're not even in competition. It's different clientele altogether in my place. You know, your club drinker, your big spender. Now, you've got the 4-ale bar end of the market. No, I mean, I think you've done well, you know, to keep it old-fashioned. Have you thought of having sawdust on the floor?
Can you get up your nose, boss? Just give us a word, will you?
Oh, give over. Have a drink, Alec. I'm not fratching with anybody today, unless I'm forced.
You're giving it big licks, aren't you? You've been here all day.
Don't be heckers like I came in for an hour at dinner time. Mind you, I did close the shop early. I mean, you get a taste for it some days, don't you? Hey, it's my round. G&T, love.
I'm all right, thanks.
Get it down, you. That's 2 G&Ts, a large whiskey, and a pint of bitter, please, love.
Well, your husband's enjoying himself. He's feeling no pain at all.
Oh, he's looking for something to... I can never drown my sorrows, me. They're always such good swimmers.
But why didn't you tell me you were married, Derek? I would never have agreed to come out with you.
Well, that's why I didn't tell you. You see...
Put me in a totally false position, Derek. I mean, if anybody knew you, they'd think that I was your mistress. And what about your wife? Supposing she should come through that door right now.
No, she won't. She'll be at the golf club. That's where she is every night. Mavis, in your opinion, be quite honest now. Is a person a complete and utter disaster simply because he has no aptitude for golf?
No, of course not.
No, well, that's what she thinks. To her, it's the be-all and end-all. I've told her countless times that it's either something you have a bent for or you don't. We're totally incompatible, Mavis. She wants something from me that I can't give her.
I don't want to hear the intimate details of your married life, Derek, and I don't think you should be telling me them.
Well, who else can I tell, Mavis? You're the only one who understands me. And you see, I can't even leave her. Her father would go mad. I'd be sacked like that. I'm trapped, Mavis, trapped.
Well, there's nothing I can do about it.
It's not only Angela that makes my life hell. It's Neville, too.
Derek, I told you I don't want to hear about it. Who's Neville?
Her son by her former marriage. 19 and totally spoiled. One of those boys who's been under his mother's thumb from the very start. I don't know whether you've ever met that sort.
Oh, indeed I have, Derek.
Yes, well, he doesn't like me for some reason. The jeers and the insults I have to contend with. For instance, he claims that I married his mother for the sake of promotion at work. Well, I did get promoted, but I would have done anyway. You see, Mavis, my life is a wasteland.
Now listen to me, Derek. If what you're looking for is some sort of affair...
Mavis, you of all people, I thought you understood. I'm not here. You're not here for anything like that. Don't you see? This is a cry for help.
Is something wrong with Madam's melon?
Oh, no. No.
Is everything to Madam's satisfaction?
Oh, yes. Yes, everything's fine.
Brian? Is that you?
Who do you think it was? Ian?
I've been worried. I'm glad you've come home.
I haven't come home. All I've come for is the rest of my things.
Brian, don't leave us. I don't want you to. Please, Brian.
Save your breath. All I've come for is my clothes, and that's it. You and me are finished.
You know, you look like a granddad.
Oh, thanks very much.
Oh, I can just see you pushing a pram around. It'd have to be a big one, mind you, not one of them titchy little carry cars. You wouldn't suit one of them.
You reckon?
When's Gail due in the road?
Oh, February. I don't know. Hey, are you doing Packer's order, shall I?
Hey, you see?
You see what?
Well, you can't stop folk talking about it, can you?
I'm not. It doesn't mean I have to join in with them, does it, Vera?
Well, what are you going to say when that's why Brian's moved out? Because they're bound to do, you know, it's human nature.
Vera? Will you do me a favour? Keep that out. You're not going to me tittle-tattle about what goes on between my own son and his wife, all right?
You don't know, do you?
What?
Reason why he's moved out. You know wiser than any of us.
Come on, we're going to be late for work.
I've come for my order, love, in case you're not coming in.
Well, I'm going to try and get in this afternoon. I mean, I've got to. Not fair on you and Martin.
Oh, we're all right. So long as there's no shadow stopping, we can cope without. You're a little tough. No sign of his dad yet.
No. Nicky, will you go and finish that in the kitchen, please? Good boy.
Anthony doesn't like coming back too soon, else he'd lose faith. They're like that, you know, fellas.
Yeah.
Well, you know where I am if you want somebody to talk to. I might not be much of a brain box, but I've lived a long while, and sometimes it's just as good.
I can't talk about it, Phyllis. Not to anybody.
All right, well, I better be getting out to my taxi, or I think I've taken route.
Take for it out of the till, won't you? Thanks for coming. I do appreciate it.
You're all right, love. Ta-ra, then. Ta-ra, Mickey, love.
Mummy. I'm finished my game. Good boy. Right. Let's get you off to Doreen's, eh?
I honestly didn't realise how much I needed a holiday till we got there.
Well, you're looking very well on it.
Well, I feel it. With great weather, lovely hotel.
Good company.
Excellent company. In fact, I feel like starting it all over again next week.
You can find somebody else to run the shop if you do.
OK. Do you want a job, Emily? I think I better be going to the one I've got. Bye now.
Bye, Emily. Well, can we expect any announcements now that you and Alan are back from this wonderful holiday?
If you like. How about post early for Christmas? That's an announcement.
It's not quite what I had in mind.
Well, no, you can't. So, tell me the gossip. What's been happening while I've been away?
Oh, it's been much as usual.
Haven't missed out, then?
No. Well, except that Derek Wilton called in a couple of times.
Like I say, I haven't missed out. Oh, come on, Mavis. I'm only kidding. How is he? Still his usual suave, debonair self?
He seemed very well.
And what did he want? Your body? Packet of chewing gum, or what?
I think he just wanted to renew our friendship, which was something I was very glad to do.
So, you've no announcements either?
No, I most certainly have not.
No, flaming motor.
Few pipes, must be.
What the hell do they think we are, eh? Magicians. They're bringing a load of rust and expect us to have a magic wand over it. Right, you can push it out near and scrap it for all I care.
Look, I don't know what it is with you, but you don't have to take it out on me. I only work here, all right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. Just stop biting me head off, that's all.
Mum, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for you, Brian. I've had to come out to work. I can't concentrate. I can't stop thinking about you and Gail and what on earth's going on between you.
There's no going on between us.
Have you gone back to her?
No.
So why have you been stopping me?
At a mate's.
I'll go and take that Ren up for the test drive, shall I?
Yeah, if you like.
I've kept saying to myself, mind your own business, Ivy. Keep well out of it. You're going to do no good with meddling, but I can't. I can't keep shutting my eyes to it. Your wife is having another child and you're not even living under the same roof. I mean, it's beyond me. I can't make head and tail of it.
Just leave it, Mum.
Brian, Gail's pregnant.
Yeah.
Well then, love, go home. I mean, she's going to need help and a lot of love. I mean, there can't be anything that serious to stand in the way of that.
Can't there?
No. Well, not that I can see anyway.
It's not my baby.
It's not your own?
Gail might be pregnant, Mum, but not by me.
Brian?
You wanted to know.
You mustn't say a thing like that. You mustn't even think it.
She had an affair.
No.
And the fella she had it with was staying with you, as a matter of fact.
Ian?
Yeah, Ian.
Oh, No, Brian, no, I can't believe that, love. I won't believe it. I don't know where you've got an idea like that from, love.
Ask her.
Ask?
Gail. You won't believe me? All right. Go and ask her.
I said I'd mind the shop over dinner.
Oh, well, never mind. I'll find another beautiful young lady to take out.
Oh, Susan, you mean?
Oh, what I could do with an hour or two off from that particular young lady. Hasn't had a smile for the cat all morning.
What's up?
I think she's getting fed up with the job. Or she might be getting fed up with her husband.
Now.
All right, forget her husband. I think she's getting fed up with the job.
Oh, dear.
Still doing it well enough, just...
Doesn't smile very much.
Well, well, well.
Hello, stranger.
Yes, I am a bit, aren't I? How are you two?
Oh, not so bad.
Good.
You been to see your Gordon?
Yes, I've been getting to know my little grandson.
Hello. All right, Deirdre, only I promised to see Alf in the Rovers after his meeting.
Yes, you go on, love.
See you then.
Try, love.
Bye.
I see it's got itself open again, the new Rovers.
Yeah. You've not been in?
No, I haven't.
It's very nice. Mind you, the staff aren't up to the usual standard.
Thank you.
You will be looking in there, won't you?
No, I don't think so.
Why ever not?
Well, I'd feel, you know, very awkward. I mean, never mind I wasn't offered my job back, but I do feel, you know, after all those years of service, they would have invited me to have a little look round, but not a word.
Come in with us.
I can't leave the shop.
No, tonight. We're going for a drink tonight.
Are we?
We are now, yes. And Betty's coming with us. Aren't you, Betty?
Oh, well, if I'm going to have a bit of company, it'd make things easier.
Thanks, love it. Can I get you one, Alan?
No, I'm all right with this one, thanks.
You can ask him about his holidays, though.
Yeah, why can't you?
Well, you see, I don't like to pry, and I think it's his own business what he got up to with Rita Fairclough.
You went with Rita?
Yes, I did, and I had a very nice time.
Say no more.
I also took my daughter along, just for the record.
Oh, no, don't spoil it. Leave us with his own evil thoughts, if now tell.
Yeah. What you got in the food line, Bet?
Well, I shall let our cordon bleu cook tell you that. Alison, love, she does lovely chips, all cut to the same length.
What?
Tell Audrey what food you're doing.
Well, we got hot pot with red cabbage, or the soup, that's oxtail, or we got toasted sandwiches, or, well, untoasted sandwiches.
Oh, by the way, Bet.
Yeah.
I think you might be interested to know that Gloria's back in her flat again.
Is she now?
Yeah, she must have come back while we were away.
And how is she? Is she working or what?
Well, I didn't speak to her, I just caught a glimpse of her, you know.
Oh, who's in again then?
Hello, come to see you.
Ah,
But, may as well have a pint, seeing that I'm here.
I thought you would.
Yeah. No, Brian's left home, stopping at a mate's.
So?
So? His wife's only pregnant, isn't she? I mean, what does he want to go doing that for?
I don't know. Why don't you ask him?
Oh, you're joking, aren't you? He's bad enough at work as he is.
Do you know it's great being a barmaid? Look, tell you all sorts of secrets.
I would have told you that anyway.
You would.
But no.
Has Ivy not been in?
Well, not that I've noticed. Why, did she owe you some money?
I should hope not. Don't know where she's got to. Middle of the morning, she just takes off, and that's last we've seen of her.
You've just caught me. I was just going to the cafe for a couple of hours.
Oh, yes.
So, were it something special?
Special enough. I've been talking to our Brian.
More than I have.
Is it true what he's been telling me, Gail, about you and Ian?
It's true there was something between us. Yes.
Oh, my God.
But it doesn't mean to say it's his child that I'm expecting.
But it could be.
It's possible.
But why, Gail? What on earth possessed you? You had this lovely little home, you had our Nicky, you had Brian working every hour God sends. Or did you think it was the modern thing to do, or what? Because it's just as wrong now as it's ever been. And I'm not saying that just because it's my religion that says it's a sin. It's a betrayal of your marriage vows, Gail. They're the most sacred vows a man and a woman can make to each other.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. When he told me, I said, no, Gail, I said.
It'd no right telling you.
He had to tell me. Anyway, don't tell me you said nothing to nobody. Audrey knows, I suppose, does she? Yes. Well, I don't know what she makes of it, but I know what I do. I would have defended you to the ends of the earth before this. I'd have said you'd have made him a good wife, as good as any, but now...
I want him back, Ivy. That's all I want now.
I'm sure it is. Have you thought what he's been going through? What he's still going through? And he is, Gail. I don't remember seeing him like I saw him this morning. He was practically in tears.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure you are.
It's all my fault. I take all the blame. I just want him back.
Well, yes. But you've lost his respect, Gail. From what I saw of him and what I heard from him this morning, I wouldn't be at all surprised if you've not lost it for good.
Right. Off you trot. You're back. I've just got a sandwich in from next door.
I said I were only going to bank.
Oh, I know you did, but I thought you'd be seeing Alan.
You can live without me till tonight. Whereas I thought you might have been seeing Derek.
No.
You mean you don't have a secret lunchtime meeting place?
We do not, no.
Oh, my mistake then.
He's probably having lunch with his wife.
What did you say?
You heard me the first time.
He has a wife?
Yes.
As in, do you take this woman to be?
Yes. Derek's married. He met somebody else and he married her.
Well, there. And who is this fortunate woman?
Well, her name's Angela, and they live in Wilmslow, and her father's Derek's managing director. This is her second marriage, and by the first marriage she had a son called Neville, who's 19.
Oh, well, he has mentioned her then.
Of course he has.
And is he happy?
Yes, perfectly. Well, no, not entirely.
Oh, dear.
What?
He hasn't actually used the phrase, my wife doesn't understand me, has he?
Rita, it's not like that.
Sounds very like it to me. Married man turns up looking for shoulder of ex-fiancé to cry on. Come on, Mavis. See him if you want to, but at least do it with your eyes open.
My eyes are wide open, thank you for the advice.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing furtive about me and Derek. We're just...
Good friends?
Yes.
It's worse than I thought.
Oh, so you come back sometime, then, eh?
Yeah, don't ask me when I've been there because I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, that's nice. Nice me, we're going to buy you half a lager.
Oh, sorry, go on, I've got time.
Half a lager, love.
Oh, save it for me, Vera, I won't be a minute.
She's got it, eh?
I believe you know what's been going off, don't you?
You are?
About why Brian left Gail. Well, don't bother to deny it, because I know now as well.
I'm not denying nothing, either.
Right, well, as long as we both agree that there's one party guilty and one party totally innocent.
I agree it's a mess, yes, and that we've all got to do what we can to help her.
Oh, no. It's not them that we've got to help, because it's not them that got in the mess. It's Gail. Not Brian. Gail.
Oh, dear.
That's all we need.
Yeah, well, you can see your point of view, really, can't you?
Oh, yeah, and I can see she'll be whispering in Brian's ear and all, stirring it all up as if things aren't bad enough as they are.
Oh, what can you do?
Try and redress the balance a bit, that's what.
Oi, where are you going?
Don't worry, see you later.
Hey, there's no wrong with the grub, is there?
Hey? Oh, no. No, Audrey's just had to dash off somewhere. No, it's fine, it's lovely.
Oh, well, that's what we like to hear. I'll tell you something else I'd like to hear about, no.
What?
How's that grotty, horrible graffiti joint doing since we reopened?
Well, from what I've seen, about as badly as you'd expect. It'll surprise me if it can stay in business.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that.
I'm going, Sally.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry I haven't had more time to talk.
You working tonight?
Yeah, I am. I've got to go. I'll see you.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be giving you advice, telling you what you should do. You know that, don't you?
Like you are, you mean?
Just like me, yeah. Well, take what notice you want, but listen. All I'm asking is that you do what you feel's right in your own heart, not what you feel other people expect you to do. Hello, Kev.
Oh. I'll go and take that car for another test for me. Make sure he's no different from this morning. I'm supposed to be running a business here.
I'm not stopping. You understand what I'm saying, though, don't you?
Yes. You don't want me to listen to me mum.
Well, she has led a very sheltered life, Brian. I mean, she's bound to be shocked at what she's found out, isn't she?
Yeah, well, but I've led a sheltered life and all.
Oh, come on. Not to the same degree, I haven't. Oh, Brian, come on. Think of Gail. Think of Nicky. All they mean to you. Don't let folk go trying to make you turn your back on them.
Who's talking about Nicky?
Well...
I'm not turning my back on Nicky, and I never will.
No.
But Gail did, though, didn't she? You know, when she was knocking him out with Ian.
Well...
I suppose she gave much thought to her son then, did she?
I don't suppose she did, no.
Right, so don't come lecturing me, eh?
I'm not lecturing you. I just want you to promise me you won't go throwing your marriage away because it's what other people expect you to do.
I'll do what I want.
That's what I'm asking.
And I hope you're going to go tell Gail this, are you? You know, because all this stuff about throwing his marriage away, I mean, it's a bit of a sick joke telling me that, isn't it? There's only one person on here being throwing marriages away.
I think Gail's well aware of what she's done, Brian.
Is she? Good.
Right, well, I'll see you tonight then. OK, then. Bye.
You got a minute, love?
I haven't, no.
It's Alison, isn't it?
Yeah?
Alec Gilroy. I run the graffiti club.
Oh, yeah?
From what I've been hearing, you're just the person I'm looking for.
Me?
I'm told you're a dab hand at catering and an experienced barmaid, and what they didn't tell me is that you are very lovely to look at, if you don't mind me saying.
Hey, what is this?
It's a job, love. Catering manageress.
I've already got a job.
I of a sort, but what I'm offering you is opportunity, responsibility. I mean, you can work as long as you like for Bet Lynch. In the end, she'll take all the credit, and then one fine day, you'll be out on your ear without so much as a reference. She's known for it.
Well, I've not to complain about so far. I'm all right where I am.
Look, whatever she's paying you, I'll top it. Plus bonuses and profit sharing.
Oh!
Hello, Mavis.
Oh, I was just about to lock up.
Yes, I know. I saw Rita leaving. In fact, I was waiting till she had.
Why?
Well, discretion, you know. I wanted to see you on your own. You have got a minute, haven't you?
Well, yes.
Wonderful.
I think we ought to talk down here, Derek, though, rather than upstairs in the flat.
Oh, yes. You see, I've got a problem, Mavis. No, I mean another problem. I've got a meeting coming up tomorrow with the MD. That's my...
Your father-in-law.
Yes. Now, he wants to put Neville on my sales team. That's my...
Your stepson.
Yes. Yeah. Well, imagine it. I mean, what authority will I have? None. He's coming in with the MD's blessing. It'll be like having a spy in the camp.
Well, I can see it might be a bit awkward.
Awkward? It'll be impossible. I mean, it's an open secret that Neville's being groomed to take over from the MD when he retires. He already treats me like... Well, let's say he doesn't show a lot of respect.
Well, he's, what, only 19, isn't he?
Yes, but 19 nowadays, Mavis, doesn't mean what it meant when we were 19.
No.
What should I do? Tell me. You don't know how I value the chance to talk like this.
Well, can't you talk to your wife about it?
No, not... She doesn't understand. I mean about Neville. She thinks it's a good thing we should work together. But you understand, don't you?
Well, it's easier for me. I mean, I'm not involved, am I?
No, exactly.
I've no emotional ties, no personal attachment.
No.
I'll make us a cup of tea, shall I?
2 sugars.
Well, I must say it's nice to be back.
Oh, you're joking.
No.
That's 172, please.
172. Thank you.
Drinks were cheaper there.
Yes, but Jenny's back with her mates, not keeping us company morning, noon and night.
Alan, do you mean you want to get rid of your daughter?
Definitely.
I know exactly what you mean.
So let's sit down, shall we?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I say.
Well, what do you think then, Betty?
Oh, I don't know. It's going to take a bit of getting used to.
Hey, I wonder what Annie Walker's verdict would be.
She never was one for change, was she? I mean, it took her about 3 years to get used to selling draft lager. I don't know what you're going to think about this place.
Good evening, Betty.
Oh, good evening. Bit of a change, isn't it?
Well, we didn't have a right lot of choice, if you remember. No. So it was either this or sitting on a pile of cinders. How are you enjoying your retirement?
Oh, very nicely, thank you.
I'm very glad to hear that.
I don't think Mrs. Walker would approve of the change in her either.
No, no.
Well...
Now, what are we all having to drink?
Will your young lady mind if I stand here next to you?
I don't think she'll even notice.
Oh, don't be like that, love. A light tail better.
Light tail?
Oh, I mean, she's just that busy, like. I mean, I thought it'd be ideal to see her more working behind here. No chance of that.
Can I have a sweet sherry, please, a pint and a lager?
Yeah. Hey, I thought Alison was supposed to be starting the same time as me.
Sure.
Well, she's not here, is she?
Correct.
Well, what are we going to do if she don't turn up?
We're going to carry on without her and call her all the nasty names we can think of. Phyllis?
No, love. How's that boss of yours these days?
Brian? Ah, he's all right. Got a lot on his mind at the moment now.
Gail, same.
Yeah, I heard that he did a bit of falling out.
Moving more like it, falling.
Yeah, you know what it's about?
No.
No, I mean, not that I was being nosy like, I just wondered.
I've tried being nosy. I wouldn't mind trying again, but it doesn't get me anywhere, does it?
Well, 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 that was interesting. Well, it seems that one of Beck's new barmaids has failed to turn up, so they're having to soldier on a member of staff short.
Really? I'm sure they'll manage. I had to often enough.
I shouldn't be drinking this.
Well, don't. I'll drink for two of us.
I've still got all that ironing to do.
Come on, Gail. The world's not going to come to an end because you're behind with your ironing. Relax.
Relax.
Try and relax.
I had Ivy round this dinner time. Her son's told her the whole story. So you can imagine what she had to say.
The one-woman Spanish Inquisition.
It's not funny, man.
I bet it would.
She hates me for what I've done to him.
It's what she's going to do to him I'd be more inclined to worry about. You've not been to see him, I suppose.
What's the point? He knows where I am. I can't force him to come back.
Well, you can have a damn good try. That's if you want him back.
What do you mean, if? Of course I want him
well,
back.
Then go and get him then. Talk to him. Plead with him. Threaten him.
Threaten him?
Yes. Threaten him with not being able to see Nicky anymore. Say, if he wants a divorce, you will fight for custody of that lad, and he will be lucky if he gets to see him, every third Sunday.
It's blackmail.
Oh, well. What does it matter as long as it works? Gail, it is no good sitting there hoping that he's going to walk through that door because he's not.
How do you know?
I saw him this afternoon.
You never said anything.
Well, I'm telling you now. And it didn't sound to me like he was in any mood for coming back. So it's up to you now, Gail. Nobody else can do it for you.
I know I had a 20p bit.
In a bit of a tiz, Emily.
Oh, who wouldn't be after a morning with Mike Baldwin? Ah.
Marital gloom?
Oh, no, it's 1,000 times worse. He's in a good mood, bustling about with his tan, demanding this and that, saying the most horrible things to people with that infuriating grin on his face. Honestly, if I was full-time, I'd end up throwing something at him.
You'd only enjoy it if you did.
Yes. Still, I can forget all about him for the rest of the day now and put my mind on more pleasant things.
Oh.
What news of Derek, Mavis? News? What do you mean? Why should there be any news of Derek? Well, have you seen each other again?
Yes, you have, haven't you, Mavis?
Sweet. Yeah, we had a little chat yesterday evening. Oh, well, I do like to hear of people making up their differences. But, I mean, there was nothing noteworthy about it. Nothing really to talk about. Right, well, I'm just going to go and dust the records. Looks like I'll have to cheer myself up with a cup of tea.
Bye, love.
Rita, how could you? How could I what? Well, encourage that topic of conversation, Derek.
Oh, there's naught to be ashamed of, have you?
No, of course
Even though he is a married man and his wife knows naught about it.
Look, all Derek wants from me is a bit of advice.
Well, why be so defensive? That's real other woman behaviour, that is.
I just don't want people gossiping about it.
I'd gossip a lot more if you leap in the air every time his name comes up. Emily, we're only being neighbourly, so you be neighbourly in return, all right?
All right.
Right.
Oh, good afternoon, Ivy.
There's 2 weeks' papers and I'll take my book while I'm here. Oh, Baldwin got at you too, has he, love?
How's Gail, Ivy? I heard that she was poorly yesterday. Early morning sickness, I dare say.
I dare say, yes. What's he got to do with you, or me, or anybody?
Well, if that's being neighbourly.
Proves my point, doesn't it? Way she were behaving then, dead giveaway. Some chronic's going on.
Well, could it be fuel-related?
Bound to be if it's not running proper.
Yeah, I just thought I might have put 2-star in by mistake.
Well, you've got kangaroo juice in. More likely to be your points.
Well, when can you look at it then?
Oh, I'm not sure. Boss is out buying spares. Got the job book with him. Can you leave it with us?
No. No, I've got to cover the Reform Club Bazaar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my sentiments entirely. Anyway, tell him I popped in, will you, and I'll try and pop that later on.
Yeah, will do, boss.
Is Brian not here?
Oh, Gail, no, he's gone out for spares.
Oh, Gail, how are you?
When will he be back?
Just said later.
Right, well, I'll get off. I hope everything works out okay.
It's all right if I wait, isn't it?
Of course it is. Boss's wife. I've got to carry on now.
Don't mind me. I'll just sit.
I'm not being nosy, Audrey, but, well, you should have seen Ivy today. There's just no talking to her. Maybe she doesn't want to talk, Vera. Well, there you are, you see. When does Ivy never want to talk? To me? There's something up. There's something seriously up.
There's no use pumping me. I'm as much in the dark as you are.
Get out. If you were in dark, you'd be carrying on just like I am. Only time women like you and Ivy are quiet is when you keep me stum about something.
I know nothing. Now, do you mind if I get on with my pie?
Ivy's Brian walks out on your gale, pregnant, and all you can say is, do you mind if I get on with my pie?
Yes, he bells, Vera.
Well, you try and take an interest. And what do you get? A flaming wall of silence.
Watch it, missus. There's 100 quid's worth of suit you mauling here.
You Audrey must seen you coming.
But it's longering us, though, isn't it, Alison, not turning up again?
I can't say I'm that bothered, Sally. You see, it saves me paying her for standing about and getting in the way.
Yeah, but you won't be paying me any extra, will you?
You'll go far, you will.
Do you reckon?
Aye, right down that road like a shot if you're not careful.
Tyrant.
Miss Lynch.
Mr. Gilroy.
Well, now, where's Alison today?
She phoned this morning from outer Mongolia. Apparently she dreamt that you were kissing her last night.
Oh, shut it and give us a pint, will you?
You love our ale, don't you? Nobody'd think you got your own club right across road.
Aye, well, I'm making a study of failure, you see, because I don't want to let it happen over yonder. No, actually, I just popped across to say that Alison's working for me now.
You what?
Oh, aye, didn't you know? Yes, I bumped into her in the street the other day. She was complaining about the inhuman way she was being treated here. So I just happened to mention that I had a vacancy and, the long story short, she fair bit me hand off. I mean, you can hardly blame her, can you? Better job prospects, better pay, better conditions all round, really.
This is poaching, Gilroy.
Is it, I mean, who'd work in a dump like this unless they really had to?
Just happened to mention my foot. You've been planning this for days, you have. I've seen you leering at her, you worm. Anyway, you can sup up and clear off because you're bad. Greaseball!
I hate raised voices, don't you?
I am flying fish. Pint, is it?
And a pie, please, and don't be so cheeky, you.
And it's a good job that's all you want, mate, and all, a pie. Because that's all they can provide here now. Pies. Now that Alison's moved to richer pastures.
We need somebody urgent now, don't we?
Cool it, kidder. That's in charge. It's all working out like magic.
It's my dinner time now.
All right, off you go.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if I'm on my own, I've got to lock up. So, I mean, you'll definitely stop, won't you? Because if he gets back and it's left open...
I'm waiting to see him, Kevin. You needn't fret.
God, what can you, Kev? Flipping dodgems out there. Can't move for traffic. So...
Hello, Brian.
I'll go.
Brian,
Get lost, eh?
we've got to talk.
Okay, then. What the hell do you think you're doing here? Are you mad, stupid, or what?
Come home, Brian. That's what I'm here to say. Come home. We've got to face this thing together.
Together? This? This is your doing, Gail. This is your problem.
We'll never get anywhere apart. We'll never sort it out.
So who wants to sort it out anyway?
I do, don't you? You can't want to destroy everything.
Destroy everything? Me? I'm the one that's had the wild affair, am I? I'm the one that's having somebody else's kid. Now listen, you. Get out of here before I do something I live to regret.
And what about all the good you'll be chucking away?
It's all over, Gail, all the good. Now just get out and let me work, will you?
And Nicky's no good, is he?
Now listen, you. I love that kid.
I know you do.
I will never hurt that kid. Not if I didn't have to. God, woman, don't you realise the hell I'm going through?
We're all going through, Brian. And I'm so sorry.
Yes, of course you're sorry now. Now it's all destroyed. Now it's all over.
Brian, please. Please. Come home, Brian. We'll be able to sort it out at home. We will. I know we will. We have done before.
But this, Gail, this, how can anybody sort this out? I hate you. That's all I feel, hatred.
I know. Think of me what you will, Brian. I still love you. Look, I know I don't deserve anything just yet, but, Nicky. What do I say to Nicky?
Tell him the truth. If you're capable.
I can't, Brian. He's 5, and he loves you. We both do. And what's the truth going to mean to him? What is the truth, anyway?
That I've had it, Gail. That I can never feel good for you ever again.
You can forgive me, Brian. I know you can.
No.
Brian, please. I never stopped loving you. Even through what I did, I never...
Get out! Just get out, will you?
Okay. You should come home, Brian!
Oh, I'm sorry if I seemed a bit funny earlier on.
Not to worry, I expect you had your reasons.
Oh, no, I didn't really. Well, not in terms of wanting to conceal anything about Derek and me, because there's just nothing to conceal. So, if you want to ask me anything about him, fire away.
Well, I only wanted to know how he is.
Oh, it's all right. Do you know, I've heard they've got some lovely summer frocks down in Atkinson's sale.
Really?
I've a good mind to go down and have a look when I've finished this.
Oh.
Gone off then, has she, Alison? Gone off for good.
Hey, who needs newspapers round here, eh?
There's Jack.
Day off. Bit like his day on, but less breakages.
Very valuable to you, Jack.
Oh, I know. I just can't resist making nasty jokes about him.
So you're a bit short then, eh? Just you and little Sally?
Well, for the minute, yes.
Wouldn't do for long term?
No, not long term. That's on the house.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm not working. I mean, if you're looking for somebody you could rely on, I could fit in a bit of bar work, you know, with my other interests.
Ah, that's nice to know, Betty.
Well, the thing is, love, I really would like to come back. I mean, I'm going absolutely spare on my own, and
I bet, Betty. Oh, Betty, it looks great in here.
Yeah. Hiya.
Hang me coat up in the usual place, shall I?
Yes. Love.
That's how it is, eh?
Now, look, Betty, you should have said something before, because, I mean, I didn't know you were interested. I'm not a mind reader, am I? So I rang Gloria.
Thanks for telling me.
Oh, now, love, I didn't know.
Thanks for not letting me make a damn big fool of myself.
Betty, next time something comes up...
Yes, all right.
Sure.
I don't know how you can expect to come first at the minute, Alfie. I mean, do you expect me to forget all about Gail's broken heart just to go whacking some chips in the oven for you? I had to go into town to get Nicky a little toy. I just had to do it. Don't ask me why. It was a sudden impulse.
Yeah, well, I was just
Frankly,
wondering.
I think you're being rather selfish, aren't you? I mean, the only reason that you feel left out is because you won't join in.
Well, nay, they don't want me poking my nose in, do they?
Gail, stepped at your great pudding. I mean, you're happy enough bouncing Nicky on your knee when everything's all right, aren't you? Then you should stay involved when everything's all wrong. Give them the benefit of your wonderful fatherly advice.
How's it going then, Betty?
Oh, Alf, well, if you must know, I've made a real twat of myself.
Well, what's all this about?
Well, finally got round to asking Bet for my job back. I mean, she toyed with me for ages before she told me she'd taken that Gloria on again.
She never did that, did she? Toyed with you?
Yeah, well, she developed a real cruel streak, you know, since she got that bit of power. I mean, when I think what I've given over the years to that pub and what I've given to Bet as well, oh, Alf, it is upsetting.
Hey, now, come on. Look, we all know Betsy's about as subtle as a blowing air here, isn't she? I mean, I'm sure there's nothing malicious.
No.
I'm sure when it all comes out, it'll all be a big misunderstanding.
Well, I'm not going to be around when it does. I've finished with Bet Lynch and Weatherfield. And I'm going back to our garden. That's if it hasn't turned against me.
Oh, dear. Poor Bet.
Now, look, you got involved there, didn't you? And, I mean, come on, what's better to you?
Well, she's an old friend of mine, you know.
Maybe. She's not family, though, is she? Eh?
You don't mind me dropping in like this, do you?
No, it's your staying half an hour that worries me. I'd not like to hear of your work suffering because of it.
Well, I tell you, it's going so bad I could get promoted.
I don't think I want to hear that either.
Why not?
You might not drop in at all.
Oh, don't you worry about that.
Hello. Hello. Hey, give us one of those airmail pads. If I don't write to old Craig soon, he'll think I've dropped off the edge at world. Nice to see somebody's time for a brew.
You what? That place of yours must be awash with the stuff.
Aye, you're not wrong there. But finding time for me and Martin to grab a cup's a different matter.
Gail not in again.
She's in. In body, that is, but where the mind is, that's somewhat else.
Things no different then?
No. I wish I could do somewhat else. I'd like to do somewhat. But I'm so useless. She won't even talk to me about it. And she should talk to somebody.
Well, she's got Audrey, you know.
Aye. And you know what she was like before she married Councillor Roberts? She's hardly what you'd call cut out for marriage guidance, is she? See you, love.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, sorry.
Derek? Oh, Alan, this is, Mavis's pal, Derek.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Likewise. Is she about Rita? Only I've got something simply white hot to tell her.
Oh, she's still on her lunch.
Lunch? It's 3 o'clock.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, bye, love.
Bye now.
3 o'clock? Where on earth can she have got to?
Look, call back in about 20 minutes, eh? Unless it's something I can deal with.
No, I don't think.
Wife trouble, is it?
I beg your pardon.
Mavis told me. You've got married.
Did she? Did she?
Congratulations.
Condolences be more in order. It's purgatory. Unrelenting purgatory.
Yeah, well, don't go piling all that on me. I mean, that's Mavis's role in your life, isn't it? Friend and counsellor, did she say? Well, look, I'm all for you two being friends, and now the threat of marriage is out of the way, I reckon you stand a good chance. But if I hear of you leading my little friend up the garden path once more, I shall get very, very nasty.
You mean you'd tell my wife about Mavis and me?
Oh, no, love, nothing underhand like that. No, don't worry. It would be a purely physical threat. I'd only attack your body. I'd leave your mind to punish itself.
Oh, Mavis, I just had to come and see you.
In the middle of the afternoon, in broad daylight.
Yes, it's just, I took your advice about my managing director.
Wife's father, that, isn't it?
I'm sorry, Derek.
2 out of 10 for discretion, Mavis. Nevertheless, I told him straight. I said, what is the point in Neville, my stepson, your grandson, being put under me, your son-in-law, and Neville's stepfather, if my authority is always going to be overruled from above? I mean, what sort of respect am I ever going to be able to get from him? Neville. Do you know what he said? He said, I'll think about that, Wilton. And he gave me a cigar, one of those big ones. I mean, it made me feel quite poorly, but what a gesture, eh, Mavis? And it's all because of you.
Oh, how gratifying.
Ah, great. You're back.
Oh, Ken. What is it now?
Didn't Kevin tell you?
Of course I did. I did, Brian. You just forgot.
Yeah, of course you did. He did.
Points for my money.
That's right, or the condenser. Right, well, listen, bring it in tomorrow morning first thing. I'll have a look at it before we start.
Oh, thanks. Great. That's very good of you. Listen, Brian, I won't pretend I haven't heard about you moving out, you know, and I'm sorry.
Thanks.
I didn't say nothing. Honest.
Look, I know I've got a bit of a reputation for giving advice, and it's not always that good either, but...
Ken, mate, listen, it's a private matter.
Yeah, I know, but, well, for what it's worth, take it or leave it. Is it wise to go moving out on a problem? I mean, all you're doing is estranging the people that you need to be talking to.
That's what folk were saying happened between you and your Susan.
Yeah, well, I suppose I've got to take that on the chin, but means I'm speaking from knowledge, isn't it? Anyway, for what it's worth.
I'll see you at 8.
Bye.
Clever man, that.
Aye. He's good with words, Kevin. But he's just as mixed up as the next fella.
You're too wrapped up in Brian and Gail's troubles, whatever they are. Whatever they are.
I heard you first time, Vera.
Look, you want taking out yourself. Come on, have another gin and then I'll run you down to Bingley in my car.
No, I'm going to try and peg me washing out before it starts raining.
Peg your washing out? What does that do? Oh, come on, kid. If I can't share in your troubles, at least let me cheer you up a bit.
Look, I'm sorry, Vera. You'll have to be patient. Don't make me have trouble with you and all. I've got enough on my plate as it is.
Can I just have a quick word with you, Darby?
Yes. Excuse me, Vera.
Don't mind me.
Fuck up, Mrs. Duckworth, and have a butty.
Fuck off. Even Alcyn on out for spec.
Pardon?
Oh, no. Hey, up. You must know something.
Eh?
Brian and Gail, I mean, you up with her all day. What's going on?
My lips are sealed.
You know not neither, you mean.
I know I've not come in here to blab about Brian and Gail. It's helping nobody, is that?
Yes, Mrs. Pierce, what can I get you?
Well, I came in to find Percy soaked in. Thought I'd like a bit of company to cheer me up after the days I've had.
Oh, you missed him, haven't you?
Missed him?
Yeah, he popped in about half an hour ago, bought a couple of bottles to take out.
Oh, did he now? Well, that me could do with a bit of company to help him sup 'em.
Well, you suit yourself, of course, but I reckon you'd be better off stopping here. He did say something about going home to put his feet in soak.
Oh, I reckon you could be right. Give us half a lager.
Right.
I reckon it's all these foreign holidays. Foreign holidays and French freezers.
What, for the state of Percy's feet?
No, for what's happening to so many young people today. There weren't all these split-ups in my day, you know.
What's foreign holidays and fridge freezers got to do with it?
Well, it's all material things today, isn't it? They get one thing, and then they must have another, mustn't they? It's all spend, spend, spend. They don't even give themselves time to enjoy out. They don't get to know each other properly. Not like the old days.
Hey, she's right, you know. We'd more fun up backseat of a Cheryl, way to Blackpool, than any of these fancy foreign holidays. I could tell you a tale to make your hair curl.
I can't imagine you and Jack getting all romantic on the back of a shower somehow. Doesn't seem his style at all.
Oh, so that's what with me.
You see, Audrey and you's bound to take sides in a way, aren't you? You know. So that's why I come in useful, don't I? You know, because I can see both points of view, as it were.
Do you mean Audrey's told you everything?
Oh, yes. And what I can see is a good marriage in jeopardy. So I just want you to know I'm going to do everything in my power to help. Just so you don't think I'm poking my nose in where it's not wanted.
Well, I'm sorry, Alf, that's exactly what I do think. This thing's mixed up enough without all and sundry getting involved.
All and sundry, yes, but I'm family.
Look, Alf, Audrey's been blooming stupid to drag you into this. I mean, the more people that get to know, the worse it's going to be.
Well, I'm not going to...
I'm sorry, I am not prepared to discuss it any further in a pub, and I'm surprised at you for expecting me to.
Well,
Good night.
Well, what do you reckon then, tonight?
Curl up, take away in front of the telly.
Sounds idyllic.
Brought your toothbrush.
I can't stay, you know.
Calm down, I'm only joking.
I just said I got to get back for Jenny, you know.
I know you have. Damn it.
Look a right cosy couple, don't they?
Still giving you the umpers?
No, did at the time. I liked him a hell of a lot, you know. Still, what would I have been able to give him, eh? A chap clamouring for the cocoa and slippers routine and his 15-year-old daughter. And look how well suited they are.
Yeah. Isn't it great, kid, when you realise you've come through a big upset?
Yeah. And it's great to be back, Ben.
And it's great to have you, love. Get out, you bard!
Never mind that, Bo Peep. Have you got an address for that Alison?
No.
No, of course you're flipping out.
No, I have not. Why? Has she not turned in?
Well, she's run off with a lunchtime ticking, hasn't she? It's not funny, you know. It's very serious. It's a crime, is that? And if you don't give me that address forthwith, I'll have you up for withholding evidence.
It serves you right, doesn't it?
You've not got a leg to stand on, Gilroy.
You knew, didn't you, eh? You knew she were a dibber.
I'm saying now.
You knew, all right. Why didn't you tell me?
You what? You don't get a guarantee with stolen stuff, do you? I'll tell you what I will do for you, though. What? I'll drop that ban. You can have a few pints, and then we can all have a good laugh.
I hated every minute of it. I knew it was right, what I was saying. We should be together. Even this shouldn't be allowed to destroy us.
No, it shouldn't, love. I'm sure it won't.
Very angry, Ma'am. He said some dreadful things.
Well, he was bound to, wasn't he, lovey? It's a good thing in a way. It's getting it out of his system. Do you think you got through to him at all? I mean, did he show any signs of softening a bit?
When I talked about Nicky, yeah.
He's a proud dad, isn't he?
If anything, I'll bring him back. Nicky will.
He'll come back, love. He will.
Oh, I want that so much, Ma'am.
Brian.
Hello, Mum. Can you put me up?
Brian, what is going off, love?
Everybody's been going on at me about, well, saying that I should come home. So I'm home. Okay?
Breakfast time, you know. You've still got your work to do, you know.
No, I've got no appetite. And as for the garage, I just feel like jacking it in.
Now, you listen to me, Al, Brian. I know things look bleak, love, but there's no point in letting your life go to pot.
Yeah, I wish you could believe that.
Time passes, love. I mean, these things get patched up eventually.
Every cloud has its silver lining. It all comes out in the wash. Turn the other cheek. Look, I'm sorry, Mum, but I'm not fit company.
Yes, well, I've got to go to work myself, love, but I want you to promise me something before I go. You won't go scarving off, because that garage doesn't look after itself, you know.
I'll be there. Anyway, Kevin can look after the garage for an hour or two.
Well, I was going to suggest you went round and saw Gail.
Well, Mum, you can forget that.
Brian, you've got to talk to Gail sometime, if only for Nicky's sake. Don't you miss Nicky?
What do you think?
Well, go and see Gail.
Why
then.
should I, Mum? Eh? What's the point? You flog your flaming guts out, you put your wife on a pedestal, and just because a fancy takes her, she wants her cake and eat it, does Gail? What does she think I am, daft as a flaming brush?
Hello, Kevin. It's Gail. Is Brian there? Oh, I see. Kevin, you don't know the number of his mate's flat, do you? Mark said... Mark's gone abroad. Well, where's Brian staying then? Are you sure you don't know? But he definitely can't stay at Mark Siddle's flat. Okay. Thanks, Kevin. Bye.
Come on, Nicky Tilsey, you old lazy bones. Let's get you dressed. I don't want breakfast to go on forever.
Hello? Oh, Phyllis. Hi. Phyllis, do you think you and Martin can possibly manage? It's just, I'm expecting Brian home.
Oh, blast.
I beg your pardon?
Weatherfield Amateur Dramatic Society.
No, that's really swearing.
Oh, you think so? Well, you better cover your ears for the next.
Don't tell me. You're doing My Fair Lady again.
Alan Ayckbourne, How the Other Half Lives. I'll have to get sozzled. I think I've seen it 3 times.
I thought it was Loves.
Hmm?
The title. How the Other Half Loves.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I stand corrected. Clever play on words, that. Must have taken all of a week to work that out. Hey, hang on a tick. Do I take it you're an expert on Ayckbourne?
Oh, I've heard of him, yeah.
Splendid. Well, that's my problem solved. You can do the crypt.
Hey, in about, I wouldn't know where to start.
Simple. Just show your face at the first night.
Talking about writing it.
Well, praise everything.
The thing is, Dad, I couldn't possibly go if it's tonight.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Well, Mike's got some business clients coming for dinner.
Yeah, well, tough luck. I've got a PTA meeting, Tracy's school, and I'm on the committee. I can't possibly duck out of that.
Does it have to be the first night?
Oh, it's customary. I mean, they do advertise, and there's a good deal of readership interest.
This dinner's awfully important.
Oh, yeah? Secretary for Trade and Industry, at least.
It's a customer like these people. If I tell Mike I've got to work, he'll go through the roof.
Yeah, well, I can't argue about this now. I've got an appointment. Look, I'm not insisting, but in this trade, you've got to recognize there are certain priorities.
There's no need to play flipping detective, Audrey. The facts are clear. Our Brian turned up here with his bags last night.
Does that mean he's here to stay, then?
Well, he's got to have somewhere, hasn't he? I mean, he can't keep imposing on his mates forever.
So he's deserted his wife and Kitty, and you're aiding and abetting him, so to speak, right? That's it?
Oi, do you mind? This is my dinner break, and if all you're going to do is stand and shout odds...
Oh, don't be so flaming thick, Ivy. I'm not shouting any flaming odds. I just want to get a few things sorted out.
Right, well, keep a civil tongue. Let's be on your way and be sharp about it.
Would you answer me just one simple question, then? What is it that makes you so anxious to see this marriage well and truly on the rocks?
Don't talk so daft. I'm as anxious as you are to see it mended.
Oh, fair enough. Well, how does all this help? Letting him run home here to Mummy?
Well, I can't see my only son on streets.
Oh, come on, Ivy. He's a big lad. He's not going to come to any harm. Sooner or later, if he finds that your door's shut to him, he's going to go and have to knock on his own.
Yeah, and he'll likely get it banged in his face and all.
What makes you think that?
Well, has she bothered? Has she taken a single step? I mean, has she even said she's sorry?
Of course she has. Your Brian knows damn well she wants him back. She went round to that garage and practically begged him to come back. Your precious son is just punishing her, and it's gone far enough, Ivy.
Don't say it. I shouldn't be here, I know that. But I had to see you alone, and I've been waiting my chance.
Well, why didn't you ring?
Well, I didn't want to get Rita. And anyway, the phone's so impersonal.
Look, Derek, people are going to start talking. You'll have to find another shoulder to cry on.
Yes, I'm sorry to have burdened you like this. I really am. I know I must seem very selfish, but that's why I'm here.
Oh, look, Derek, I quite understood. But now you've said that you've got things at home sorted.
Well, let's say I've survived the immediate crisis. But that aside, I thought the least I could do was to find a way to say thanks.
Oh, no, that's out of the question.
It's just some little token.
Oh, no, I couldn't accept anything. I would feel I was stealing what was rightfully your wife's.
Angela wouldn't miss a few moments of my time. You see, Mavis, what's precious to some people is paltry to others.
You haven't said anything to Angela. I mean, you haven't confessed that you're seeing me.
Of course not. God forbid she'd murder me. And get Neville to bury the body, I shouldn't wonder.
Oh, well, if you're risking death, then I couldn't possibly allow it, could I? I mean, precious as a few moments of your time might be.
Well, now you make me sound conceited and silly. I simply think I owe you a debt. And whatever risk repayment entails, I'm prepared to take it. So, if you can make it for 7:15 at the corner of Kitchener Street, I'll...
Hey, up. Well, I never. It's Mr. Wilson. Oh, and how are you then?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks. I'll leave it with you then. Excuse me, I must rush. Bye for now.
Hi, Derek. Oh, so you and Mr. Wilson still see each other then? Well, we might be doing business with his firm, Mrs. Ogden. Now, what can I get you? Oh, well, I've got young Kevin's 21st birthday coming up, so first off, I want a real nice card.
Hang on, whoever it is, I'm at home.
Hello, lovey.
Oh, ma'am. Thought it might be Brian. Daft, really, because he won't be knocking.
Well, I wouldn't normally, only the door were locked.
Yeah, I wanted to hear his key in the door.
Actually, again, I'd mind you'd be at the cafe. Won't they be missing you?
You can cope.
What about that Alma woman, your boss?
What about her?
Well, she might have something to say. You stopping off all the time, you might lose your job.
It's not important. What if Brian came home and I wasn't here?
Girl, lovey, sit down just for a second.
Sit down? I've got too much to do, ma'am. Look, I don't want to be rude, but you might be in
Now,
the
would
way.
you snap out of this, please, Gail? Stop fiddling with them flowers. Face up to things, please. Brian is not going to be coming home.
He's bound to. He loves me. He loves Nicky. And he's not the sort to bear grudges. Not for long. Not on his own. And where else is he going to lay his weary head? His mate's gone abroad. He's lost his little boat hole.
Happy's found another rent-free, unlimited lease.
And where would he find that?
At his mum's.
Oh, no.
Look, it's not as bad as all that, Gail. I mean, Ivy's not stupid. She wants to help put things right.
She hates.
Oh, don't be so silly. Of course she doesn't hate you. She's a sensible woman. She'll forgive you. She'll get Brian to forgive you.
What am I doing? I must be balmy. They'll never forgive me. And you shouldn't give me the will. Flowers. Now that really is soft. Best place for them in this house is in the bin.
Pardon the intrusion. Just wanted to pay me respects. I hope the holiday went off according to plan.
Oh, most enjoyable, Hilda, yes.
Jersey, wasn't it? Oh, I've got very fond memories of Jersey. Must have been nice to go as a family, though. I suppose you had a room on the front.
We had rooms on the front, Hilda, yes.
Oh, yes, well, I mean, of course, you took young Jenny with you, didn't you? Yes, well, I won't butt in any further. Oh, by the way, nice to see Mr. Wilton back on the scene, so to speak.
Beg your pardon?
Just popped in your shop. He was there large as life. Him and Mavis billing and cooing. I think they're still sweet on each other, you know.
Mr. Wilton, that friend of Mavis's?
Yeah.
What about him?
Oh, long story.
Listen, you scroungers, before you start, no spitting, no swearing, and ashtrays are all screwed down.
All right, we're off then if we can't be our natural selves.
New decor, same old wisecracks. Right, a large Scotch for yours truly and an orange and vitriol for the butcher of Broadbeer.
You've lost my mind.
Suez, she's got a new job. Drama critic.
I told you, I'm not going. Our arrangements come first.
Look, don't worry, Don. I'll take the clients out. Save on the washing up.
Weatherfield Amateur Dramatic Society. I'd rather wash up.
Keep the change. Well, it should please your old father. Might even start calling me son. Hello, you two.
Hiya.
Picture spot, have you?
Well, folk do seem to be establishing territorial rights, don't they?
We're not interrupting anything, are we? No. Only you did seem to have your heads quite close together. Not that Mike notices these things.
Oh, feel free. We were just nattering on about this and that.
Apparently Mavis's love life is looking up. She's got this married. She's got some guy pestering her, you know.
Thank you. That's just right, thank you. Hey, don't you go skiving off. You're 5 minutes late as it is.
Oh, does that mean I get my cards?
It just means that I've been very busy and I could do with a break.
Oh, why? I had heard it had been lively. And not just in the trade department. Little bird tells me you've had a gentleman caller.
Oh, Mrs. Ogden, I suppose.
What did the bad penny want this time?
That's my business.
Don't tell me, let me guess. This horrid wife he's got, what's she called? Angela, taking his teddy bear off him.
Oh, don't be so silly, Rita. If you must know, he's invited me out for a drink.
You've not said yes.
Well, I didn't get a chance to say anything with Mrs. Ogden breathing down our necks.
Well, if you take my advice, you'll keep away. This could all turn very nasty.
There are no strings, Rita. He just wants to say thank you.
For what?
For the consolation I gave him.
Consolation? Oh, blimey, Mavis. If I was a divorce lawyer, I could really make a meal of that.
What do you know about divorce lawyers? Anyway, I'm trying to save his marriage, not destroy it.
Oh, Mavis, my child, it seems obvious to me this balmy marriage that Derek's got is nothing but a sinking ship. He doesn't want a navigator to steer it clear at rocks. He just wants a lifeboat to jump in when it goes down.
Oh, well, I've been compared to some things.
Look, if you can't see you're being had for a mug, everybody else can. I mean, you, Mavis Riley, bothering with a married fella. Folk can't believe it. I mean, Alan nearly choked on his butty when I told him at dinner time.
Folk? Alan, do you mean to tell me you've told him that Derek's married?
Mentioned it to
Oh,
Alan.
well, that puts the tin lid on it. I mean, one minute you're issuing dire warnings about wagging tongues, and the other minute you're blabbing to everybody.
Only to Alan.
Oh, Rita, will you just stop interfering? You owe me an afternoon, so I'm not going to be available to the evening papers. I've got a lot of thinking to do. I might stand Derek up, but if I do, it will be my own decision.
There's a tin of paper clips somewhere. Have you seen it?
No.
Do you need glasses or what? It's right under your nose.
So it is.
You know, you're like a magnet, you are. Everything lands up on your desk.
I'm sorry.
I suppose you've got the scissors.
No, I haven't.
Oh, they've disappeared.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Look, Susan, if the prospect of reviewing this play is so dreadful, then forget it. I'll go.
Oh, how noble of you.
Well, anything rather than this simmering discontent.
Oh, and I thought that was all to do with me pinching your paper clips.
I'm simply conceding that the whole thing is as inconvenient as your attitude seems to imply.
It's a flaming nuisance.
Okay, then. If it means letting other people down.
By other people, I suppose you mean Mike.
Well, whoever you're letting down.
It's Mike. It wouldn't kill you to call him by his name now and again, would it? And for your information, Mike has already changed his plans to suit you. So I'll see the flipping show, so you don't need to martyr yourself.
Fair enough. Like a coffee?
No, thank you. Hello? Oh, hello, Mike. Yeah, it's been confirmed. A seat in the stalls. And remember, Susan, we don't want a hatchet job. Well, blow that. If I think it's rubbish, I'll say so.
Brian, sounds like your mate's here, love.
Love you, Chick.
Hello, Tony. Come in.
Oh, you remember me then, Mrs. Tilsley?
Yeah, of course I do. You served your time without Brian, didn't you? Take a seat, love. He's not long back from the garage.
Well, tell you the truth, I thought he might be ducking the match tonight. Give me problems he's got.
Oh, important this match, is it?
Third round of the knockout. On this lot we've drawn, well, they're a bit toffee-nosed, like, you know, reps, estate agents. Well, they reckon squash is their game.
So he's talked to you about it then, Brian, has his situation?
Well, we had a pint together this dinner. I'll give him some advice.
Oh?
Me having been through it, you see.
Oh.
Hello, John. Hi, Brian. Listen, mate, I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to have to catch the end of a racket from you. I brought all my kit, but left me flaming racket.
Why don't you call and collect it, Brian?
Were you joking? I'd be really running the gauntlet, wouldn't I? I mean, with Gail there ready to ambush me.
Yes, but it'll give you an excuse, won't it, love, you know, to see Nicky?
Yeah, Mrs. Tilsley, I know you mean well. Well, just like my man did, but, well, there's only one person Brian needs to see now, and that's his solicitor.
Hi.
Anyway, we've got a match and we best get moving. Right, Trentside Athletic Club, here we come. Weatherfield Scrubbers. Ta-ra, Mrs. Tilsley.
Ah, Brian, look, if you won't talk to Gail, love, what about Father O'Brien?
I'll see.
I know you don't think much of the church, Brian, but at least consider it before you start seeing a solicitor.
Ma'am, please. Later. Right? Pint, please.
Hey, hope you're a bit poshed up. Got a mark on or what?
Meeting Sally, Anna.
Look no further then, son.
Hey?
She's sat over there with your landlady.
All right, Skimflint, we've got us drinks. There's no need to worry.
You live here, or what? Where's your bed?
Hey, I reckon he's got a point, hasn't he?
Oh, she loves it, and she'll be getting the offers.
Yeah, I think she invites them.
Well, let's face it, love, we're none of us nuns, are we? I mean, we all like the offers. Whether we can handle them or not's another cup of tea, isn't it?
Hello, love.
7 o'clock, you said.
Yeah, I'm sorry, love. I came in to wet me whistle.
I bet you've been nowhere near them council offices.
I have, honest, I was an hour with that blooming housing officer.
Oh, yeah, blondish.
I wish he was. Anyway, you been to drink?
No, I'm not.
Hey?
I think I better go and see our Gail.
Oh, right. Well, don't worry about me. I've had a snack.
Good, I'm glad. Now, come on, look sharp, sup up. Your fatherly support is needed.
Hey, they don't want me interfering, love.
Alfie, correct me if I'm wrong, but for the past hour you have been sorting out the problems of a total stranger.
A future boater. 3 children, unmarried, cockroaches climbing up the wall. All right, put your gun away. I'm on my mark.
Good.
There are them Bible class calls, does it?
Yes, church in, where the prayer books have handles and folks don't get nosy.
Well, we thought we'd keep it a secret, didn't we, love? And then we thought, well, that might be a bit daft, because half the fun of a party's the planning of it, isn't it? Especially something as important as a 21st. So, what do you reckon? Should we book somewhere for a meal or make it one of them disco doos?
I reckon there's not much point doing either. See, I've made my arrangements and going down to Southampton. I phoned my dad only this afternoon, you know, and, well, they're putting a big family party on for me. Well, it's like for the baby coming in, a 21st for me, like.
Oh, I see. Well, of course, your family must take prominence.
You've left it a bit late, I must say.
Why? It's not till next week. How much notice do you want?
Well, so long as I know, so long as I don't think you've just gone off and done a bunk.
Will you be coming? You're invited.
Oh, am I wonderful? But what about Mrs. Ogden?
Oh, no, well, I wouldn't expect to go. I'm not one to intrude.
Me neither. Apart from flipping wages I'm going to lose going down to Southampton.
It's all right. I've got a sitter fixed up. I'm not deserting my son her out. Only men who feel free to do that.
I know you want to put a brave face on things, but believe me, you're going to regret this.
You're a fine one to talk.
Well, you fancy a bit of company then?
I'm going on my own.
Oh, come on, don't be such an old misery.
Ah, it's no fun, you know, standing at a bar by yourself.
I dare say I'll find somebody to talk to.
Well, where are you thinking of going?
There's a pub up the road. Seems quite lively most nights.
Not the mechanics. You know the reputation that's got,
Ma'am,
don't
this is a council estate, not a flipping garden suburb. And anyway, I've got a reputation, haven't I?
Well, if you carry on like this, you soon will have, yeah.
It won't matter how I carry on once Brian starts spreading the word.
He can keep his trap shut, otherwise he'll have Alfie to contend with. Am I right, lover?
Well,
Look, ma'am, my husband's deserted me. I've got a baby upstairs and one on the way. Now, what do you want me to do? Hide myself away here? Have all sorts of council workers come poking their nose in? Well, you can stop that. I'm going to fight back. And for one thing, there's not the one fella in the... What's happening to me?
Come on, lovey. Now, come on, it's all right. You're just worn out. I bet you've not slept in days, eh? Oh, darling. Put the kettle on, Alfie.
Oh, hi.
No. Have you got a pill? Have you got somewhere to settle your
No.
nerves? No?
No pills, no. Will you ring Miss Sitter? There's numbers by the phone. She won't mind, she's only round.
It's all right. Did you hear that, Alfred?
Yes, I'll see to that.
I promised I'd read to Nicky.
Stop worrying. Alf can do all that. Come on. I'm going to settle you down. Now, come on. It's all right, lovely. We're here now. We'll look after you.
This private enough for you? You don't still feel watched?
Oh, sorry to seem paranoid, but I did have a very harrowing 10 minutes waiting for you in Kitchener Street.
I know, what can I say?
I mean, it was bad enough you being late, but what with the road being up and emergency traffic lights and all those cars having to stop, I just felt totally exposed. I expected to see your wife appearing like an avenging angel. Or should I say, an avenging Angela?
Oh, she's playing golf. Anyway, here we are, undetected. Way off the beaten track. Safe from prying eyes and vulgar minds.
Let's hope so.
I did a little tour, actually. Picked this place specially, out of several possibles. We could, make it our regular haunt.
Regular haunt? Derek, I thought we agreed that this was once and for all.
I know we did, but I want to talk about that.
It's no use, Derek. It can't go on.
Is that Rita talking, Mavis? Because I don't think it's you.
Well, certainly Rita thinks I should stop seeing you.
I suppose she takes the prurient view.
Yes, to the extent that she's concerned about my reputation.
She's after power. Oh, she wraps it up and pretends it's concern, like all life's manipulators. She and my wife should form a club. Can I quote Shakespeare, Mavis? To the marriage of true minds, admit no impediment. I feel a platonic, ongoing relationship is somehow our destiny. We can have many meetings like this, weekly, fortnightly. It's fate, Mavis. Let's not fight it.
There's comedy with Sid James in Bless This House after the break on Plus. And don't forget that you can send your friends a Granada Plus greeting card featuring their favourite programme by checking out our website at gplus.co.uk.